off today, split. We're gonna go over to our casters, have fun with this one.
Yes, thank you very much, and I think that we will have an immense amount of fun. I was wondering what was happening, saw it on my monitor, walked over to Alex before the walkouts and said, "What the hell are you guys doing?" And his response, pretty much verbatim, was, "We effing hate playing Sky." So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, triple duelist for Paper X. This is not something that we have seen in a very long time on any map, but Split especially. Not since Talon back last season, and I tell you what, that didn't go so well.
Yeah, I still remember the look on your face after that map. It was a very rough affair for all involved. But this time around, you got to expect it's going to be different. It's Paper Rex.
Sure.
Certainly with a Yoru, who's sort of a pseudo-initiator anyway, you know, that acts as their flash agent. That's going to act as their ability to get the entry since you don't have the Sky sense, which kind of surprises me that they say this, because Devi is like a player who I think of as like a really, really good Sky. So kind of curious to see how this is all going to pan out. I mean, Banyak, a phenomenal raise. We know that from years ago before he switched over to playing controller for GE. Look, anything's possible with Paper X. I don't ever doubt what they're doing. I don't usually doubt Alex and his ability to really cook up something special.
This is that team that gets the grain of salt, that gets the benefit of the doubt when they pull out something absolutely wild and unexpected. But whether or not it's actually going to be put to good use, we'll have to just wait and see. Because we were excited, you know, in their opening series. The desk was talking about it a little bit, that breeze coming through, getting to see something playing on the Yoru. Didn't go nearly as well, but given the change-ups that we have and the people who are playing on the specific agents, maybe this will hold a bit more water.
I know. Again, I don't have a lot of doubt in anybody on this squad to do their job and do it well for the most part. I mean, yes, you do see from time to time it's rough, but Paper X has proven us time and time again that
First,
they can
Olel, welcome to stream Olel, keren. Ada Cookie juga di sini dan juga ada Kurniawan. Jadi kalian ngevote apa guys? Kalian ngevote apa nih guys? Gue pengen tanya. PRX atau T1? Kalau gue sih so far masih PRX ya guys. Karena ngeliat T1 kayak mungkin Jason susah, Kevin masih inilah, masih harus, bukan Kevinnya sih sebenarnya salahnya sih, timnya yang harus adapt sama Kevin gitu. Karena berkali-kali Kevin tuh lebih outstanding gitu dibanding lain. PRX, oke. Let's vote guys, let's vote.
Set up the TP, yep, there it goes. And they are getting ready, but T1 on the other hand, spreading out the map. Doesn't look like they're going for anything fast or aggressive. Really, the pressure here could be potentially on Carpe. Just gonna barely get away with it. PRX was just seeing.
Let's go.
Creep out.
PRX. Kalau PRX ini tinggal monyetnya aja sih. Tinggal monyetnya mau step up atau enggak gitu. Karena monyet belakangan ini main kayak shaky banget. Kayak yang eksekusi pasti kalau nggak Forsaken ini Davai. Forsaken Davai something. Kalau main Freak biasa-biasa aja sih. Cuman kita butuh monyet buat step up aja sih. Kalau misalnya mau garansi menang lawan T1.
You're starting to think that maybe this is going to be some kind of mid hit. They're going to reaggress towards this angle, but with the spike over on the other side, it's going to be
let's go. Let's start.
Something T1 at Sewers. They're going to cut their way back over towards A.
I was waiting for you to say it.
The gate crash has expired. It'll just be this four-man push out here, peeking in towards Ramen. Checking Sewers, but nothing being seen, and still only Devi on this side of the map. He does have that Sheriff in hand. No bites, nothing to really try to slow up any aggression into the side itself, aside from this toxic screen.
They're gonna go all the way around. Devi good for the opener though with the Sheriff.
Finds a headshot on one side player. He's gonna be knocked down to 78 health.
Davai ini top playernya Pacific sekarang BTW guys. Dia top player yang dengan ACS tertinggi sih so far. Dan dengan kontribusi yang paling tinggi juga tentunya di Pacific ini 2024 ini. Saya player itu posisi keberapa ya? 3 atau 2 gitu. Tempatnya baru tempatnya itu si siapa deh, orang Genji, Dexter. Masih bisa nge-kill loh. Main freak, aduh. Entah kenapa ya kalau misalnya last man standing antara Monyet atau Main freak itu pasti kayak masih 50-50 gitu loh biar bisa menang. Beda kalau misalnya Davai. Davai for second tuh beda sama Something. Meskipun Something juga waktu itu biggest mistake-nya adalah pas make pas make Gecko di Sunset. Meskipun mereka game yang menang tapi tetap aja ronde itu 2-1 tetap aja gara-gara ngincer Ace,
Potential tricky retake.
3 lawan 1 termasuk
T1 is
Wingman
able to scrape by with.
sama Forsaken tetap aja
Fancy
dua-duanya meninggal itu.
footwork,
Eksekusi terakhirnya adalah si
shooting from
Something
Rossi.
emang oke nggak
Get
masuk.
him over the line, and now you're able to get a
Betul
pressure
ini wall
gun
dipakai
to the
T1
outside
ini
play
wallnya
with
DRX
Marshall.
sih setahu
Finds
gua.
Forsaken.
Cuman kayak dia apply ke semua lah ya. Nggak ada wall sus tim nggak ada. Cuma stratnya ini mirip kayak DRX setup wall kayak gitu. Youtube informasi dari Amin sama dari Air Rafters. Termasuk dari apa sih namanya? Kalau itu apa sih namanya? Tower. Ya. Kalau gue PRX. Siapa nih? Ini kucing nih. PRX dong. We go with PRX dong. Kalau gue ya. Coba gue bikin vote ah. Gue bikin vote. Apa PRX?
It's a pump of the brakes across both the pistol and this round. They're
PRX
not going
or
to commit to anything. They're not going to give those duelists the ability to pop off for Paper Rex. We know they're capable of it. Really take your
PRX
time.
T1. Coba
Really
kita
get
vote
your
kecil-kecilan ya guys ya.
in hand before
Let's
you
go.
make your decisions. And this is
Ini gue setup
really
5
nice to
menit.
see from T1 early. Carpe
Nah.
doing a good job leading them so far.
Yuk silakan di vote.
Nobody available for the
Iya.
defense on Paper Rex.
Forsaken sama Square saudaraan, benar sekali.
Wide wrap around.
Bener banget, saudaraan mereka.
Divide with the
Cuma
shot.
lebih tua si ini, lebih tua si Execute.
Little bit of contact.
Cuman kalau misalnya di Valorant lebih lama si Jason daripada si apa? Daripada si Kevin, si Execute. Karena Kevin ini gedenya di CSGO sih. Baru banget pindah ke Valorant. Ke game apa? Nemesis apa gitu namanya lupa.
Upgrade the Marshall. Anything more than that would still be a pretty costly anti-eco for them. So T1 not going on the hunt, not going to be thirsting for kills. It's going to be sat back, but
Let's
are
go,
making it
ayo.
out of this spot.
2 lawan 3 masih winnable sih. Masih ada Dava ya. Dava last man standing tuh garanti banget guys.
Swinging out wide enough to actually get the punish. So T1 should be able to exit. Maybe Mind Freak able to pick up something here as they turn their sights now over to stairs. Mild distraction as side player dashes across, and Carpe will be able to collect the 2. T1 now.
Tapi lu liat deh, playstyle T1 sama PRX deh. Mereka nggak main Sentinel sama sekali gitu loh. Sama-sama double smoker, cuman T1 ini dia bawa inisiator satu si Sky. Sky si Carpe ternyata, iya. Karena ya memang kalau misalnya lawan PRX itu kayak Sentinel tuh nggak akan kepake guys. Sendiri gue nih bang, ego aja. Iya kamu kemana aja? Ajak-ajak dong yang TikTok pindah YouTube. Guys, yang TikTok silahkan pindah YouTube. Dan juga jangan lupa subscribe YouTube Bos Naban karena bakal ada giveaway buat kalian.
There's a lot of T1 waiting. Again, they're expecting aggression. You got to imagine with this triple duelist comp that Paper Rex is looking to find favorable fights, overstacked fights, and try to claim victories that way. Again, so far so good for T1. I really like the
Halo
patience.
sir,
I really like the
bonjour,
discipline we're
Habiel.
seeing.
Halo bang, Apip,
It's a
bang
really
Apip
operator.
lagi anjir. Sisin.
Very, very challenging for Paper Rex to deal with.
Tapi ini udah sama full buy lah. Tapi saya player udah operator, jir. Dan gue baru satu guys, pakainya Astra, tapi ya udah lah. Something lagi yang dapetin pertama.
Right back up to 100. Kill taken here for the
Kalau salah nggak ada map Lotus deh. Kalau nggak ada Lotus kan. Lotus kalau nggak salah di ban sama si tim PRX. Karena terlalu berbahaya. Apa Execute kalau main di Lotus. Ayo dong, ini map pilihannya split nih. T1 tim mana? Tim asal Korea. Tapi ada ini, ada Jason. Lihat ada defendingnya Viper tuh, defendingnya si Davai. Setup defendingnya Davai. Setup wall kayak gitu tuh. Ini kayak pernah gue pakai nih setup wall nih. Ini setup wall gue pas kompe ini. Kalau gue sih dukung PRX ya Reski ya. PRX itu kalau kata gue secara tim kawin banget sih maksudnya. Anarchy main kapan? Bulan depan kayaknya. Pas next Pacific kayaknya. Masters gue gak tau dia ikut atau enggak. Most likely enggak. PRX lah coy, PRX. Sang juara dunia. Cuma masalah tinggal monyetnya aja nih sama main fit nih. Bisa step up gak? Karena so far yang main baru Forsaken, Davai sama ini something. Kalau T1 udah mulai merata dia. T1 udah merata dia. Terus Kill ya tuh. Something unlucky sih, kenapa dia kesatu duluan gitu. Kok lama Rarky main? Kan dia kalah, mainnya. Kan dia kalah kemarin. Itu taruh ngehadapin dosen yang susah dijumpai bimbingan dong bang. Mana ya? Terus tiba-tiba dia revisi banyak anjir. Well, time out.
Get their heads on straight, but this is how many times
Jadi
do we
mereka
see
gimana
this
nih?
Julius
Di
where
voting dong, di vote dong.
PaperX starts out a little bit slow, and you're thinking, oh boy, maybe they just don't have it.
Siapa yo? Wih, PRX udah 100% nih. 2 orang nge-vote PRX. Gimana cara bikin vote di YouTube ya BTW?
So far, but maybe twice now.
Yeah.
Come off the backside of this one, but yeah, no, historically, you know, the timeout calls here from Alex.
Hai Jen, thanks for the follow Jen.
Very much on point on when they will find the most amount of
Saya
value.
player berbahaya.
This is
Tapi
very
kenapa
different
something
territory. But then
kumpul ya?
again, it was different territory that we saw from
Something
PaperX,
pas kemarin
in their
Champions
series versus
menyala
Gen G,
banget.
where they ran a no duels composition. So
Yeah.
it's kind of inverting things a little
Di
bit. Here
Pasifik
might
ini
not be
agak tumpul
five,
sih.
but
Justru yang menyala banget sih
the way
ini
that
si
these guys like
Davai.
to play, it may as well be. See if it's going to work out though.
The tough part here for
Banyak got
PaperX.
lucky.
Yeah, why not? I knew you'd appreciate that.
Cuman kita like dulu aja guys. Kayaknya PRX dia main setup defense dari setup defense Viper-nya, pasang wall dari fan kayak side itu buat retake sih sebenarnya. Jadi lu bisa retake dari fan juga gitu. Tanpa harus kelihatan, tanpa harus visible oleh musuh gitu. Saya player Amerika, Korea dia. Siapa setahu gue Amerika. Setahu gue Korea.
Really stable, really solid, and you're seeing it once again here today.
The setup, but
Asal Korea dia.
Izu is going to fall for
Terus
the
dia
bait
sebelumnya
here.
main Overwatch kalau nggak salah.
Grab the orb, send out those stinger shots from
Double
Mindfreak
stream nih,
after
double
the
stream
orb is
nih.
taken, making them
Abiel,
okay.
tolong
Just,
dong yang
just
di
a little
TikTok
me here in
silakan
the
pindahin
race.
ke YouTube gitu kalau
Well,
mereka
the
mau.
stinger definitely not around the
Kalau nggak
corner.
harus
Bucky
pindah
at
sih,
the end.
maksudnya jangan lupa subscribe itu Bos Naben gitu karena gue bakal ngasih giveaway gitu. Kalau misalnya gue sampai 1000 subscribers di YouTube.
Swinging
Ya.
in, finds one. And yep,
Nah
now
lo,
even
flashnya
identifying what weapons around the corner.
bisa sih sebenarnya.
T1, they don't want to try to play
Biarin
into
aja.
it. Wait out for a little bit longer here. Boombot's still in the back pocket.
Mixed
but
banget
yet
udah PRX
is
ya.
that the scout
Yang
guarantee that there's
megang
still some
senjata
presence
bener-bener cuma force yang
outside
sama
of
Dava
the
ini.
garage. Rossi not
Nge-force
quite
ya.
catching
Oke sir.
that something had been positioned there in mid, so he gets drifted back over into mail towards safety as the smoke comes down.
30 seconds
Mindfreak is
left.
trying to cover as Banyak holds the corner.
Ayo,
T1 now
come on.
have to be wary about this every
Tahan
single
yuk,
corner they're
PRX
going to push
tahan dulu
into.
yuk, PRX
They
yuk.
have to suspect that there's going to be a bucky around it, but as the Boombot will identify, they now know where he's positioned. There's the jump forward, a couple shots going in. Izu actually out of mid-air actually.
Oh, 4 second dong.
Remaining.
Just
Tapi
has
nggak
them all
lupa
lined
dari
up,
Mindfreak-nya
one
berhasil
after the
step up
other.
sih, dapat 2 dia.
Picks up 2 more kills to finish the round and get PaperX on the board.
Dapat 2 dia,
Yeah,
bagus
and you're
plus
seeing some
fire-nya
good
Mindfreak sama
adjustments
si
here
ini.
where PaperX spreading the map a little bit.
Mindfreak dapat 2, Forsaken dapat 3. Jadi di pinch dari 3 posisi guys. Dari pocket, dari pilar sama dari backside. Oh tuh Mindfreak enak banget tuh. Gak ada yang ngecek tuh, gak ada yang ngecek ini pocket.
To hold the corner, and he can hold the long side. He does a great job with it. Now he's got a dimensional drift for his troubles. Once again, a little bit of a mid attempted setup, but a fast hit here, potentially from Izu. Maybe just gaining space initially.
Fast jump across. There's the flash, turns away from that one.
Nah lo,
Izu,
di-push
surprise.
lo.
Oh, managing to take down
Double
Forsaken,
gamingnya
something
keluar
now,
ayo.
showstopper into
Ya
play.
tapi Izu dapat 2 lagi.
For target, everybody
Satu tukar
evacuating
2
from the
dong.
site. Defy actually
Ya,
slipping the
tripti.
net, manages to slink right past
Makanya.
that security, who's still over at main.
Oh ya masih ada
Again,
monyet.
will finish
Nah
him
let's
off.
go, kasih tau
Now
monyet.
it's a showstopper at the ready.
Itu.
Easy for a
Dapat
able to
3
keep it down.
dong
No prison
monyet.
mobility,
This is
no
monyet
escape.
guys.
Banyak
Halo bos,
very
Aksanul
much
Huluk,
arrives in the
welcome
round.
to the stream, Aksanul
Rossi now
Huluk.
has his work cut out for him. Low HP bars, however,
Dukung yang mana nih?
certainly is still
YouTube
possible
nih.
for him to try to get this clutch.
Tekan 1 kalau PRX, tekan 2 kalau
Already done
T1.
once. Gotten the last 2 kills to get him the pistol round win.
Spike-nya drop tapi Rossi,
He's been pretty
aduh
good in these
Rossi.
situations. 4 T1 so far this
Ayo lo
year.
Rossi, 1v2.
Discipline.
Masih ada Davai sama monyet.
And plenty
Masih
of
ada
time
1
to
snake
work with on
bite
the
buat
clock.
nge-delay.
47 seconds, so that's more than enough for him to try to wait for PaperX to get over patient.
Cuman ya gitulah, ini balik lagi gitu.
PaperX
Kalau misalnya
sometimes
hoki banget, Rossi
not
bisa dapat
known
dua-duanya
for
sih.
their,
Kayak waktu itu yang pas di Asen, Kom dapetin 4 second sama Davai, Pak. Gue lupa.
30 seconds left.
Bang Nabang kenal David kan ya bang? Aku ketemu dia di lobby Imo. Kenapa ya memangnya si David? David Dumbo. Rossi kok ganti nama? Dan Rossi.
Rossi.
Jadi apa? Valentino Rossi.
Every single angle, every corner
1
to check.
anjas PRX. 14 seconds. Emang sempet ke B? Emang sempet? Oh, mau dapetin planting aja kayaknya dia. Sempet nggak sih? Nggak dapet. Dapet nggak sih? Dapet cuy. Ih, ngepas banget dah. Masih dapat planting coy. Tapi memang planting itu kalau nggak salah 3,5 second masih dapat sih ya. Enggak, 4. Atau 3,5 ya? 4 sampai 3,5 lah. Oh, tapi Davai. Nih, beda kalau misalnya Davai yang eksekusi. Kalau Davai last man standing masih lebih garanti daripada last man standingnya main free sama monyet. Tapi Davai ini emang lagi panas banget, gue gak ngerti dah. Emang Davai-nya aja sih ya yang kayaknya panas banget gitu loh. Dari pas lawan Genji kemarin juga dia selalu nge-clutch coy. Satu selalu dapat triple kill lah pokoknya, minimal. Konsisten banget ya.
So tricky to deal with. And I like the change of pace from T1 this time. They say, okay, you guys are playing a little bit slower.
Dan Davai ini, setahu gue dia inisiator main deh. Cuman dia kayaknya dipaksa nge-flex sebenarnya bukan. Tapi seluruh pemain Paper Rex itu nge-flex semua. Aku masih Ascendant bang, beda kelas hantu Kelantan. Yoi, hantu Kelantan. Kalish. Ya guys, BTW yang di TikTok silakan pindah ke YouTube. Kalau misal kamu jadi moderator gue, namanya bakal biru-biru seperti mereka-mereka nih. Kayak nih. Kayak si Arsenal Huluk sama Reski Faras dengan cara ketik satu nih. Kayak si Habil nih. Gue bakal jadikan moderator. Mampir ke YouTube gue, ketik satu live chat itu Bos Naba dan gue bakal jadikan kalian moderator. Nih. Ini YouTube gue nih, Bos Naba tuh. Gampang sekali. Oke? Mari kita dukung tim kesayangan kita masing-masing ya guys ya. Tamatnya harus diambil sama T1 sih kalau bener banget. Karena udah mau kejar lagi nih, ayo lo.
No, there's not enough quantum computing in the universe that can accurately predict what Paper Rex wants to do.
But timeout called. T1 for now still here with this lead, but does it last? Two Stingers coming into this one. They do have.
Second udah ada ini nih, udah ada apa namanya? Dimensional drift. Dia bisa jadi pseudo inisiator. Bahasanya pseudo inisiator sih si Yoru emang bener, nggak salah memang. Kamu udah makan belum Bang Apip? Udah. Kamu udah makan belum? Map siapa Bang? Ini map PRX. Hai guys, seperti itu Bos Naban, bakal ada giveaway kalau udah 1000k. Nah gitu, mantap. Ezi udah jadi kamu udah jadi moderator Ezi YouTube. T1 Izu, aduh. Tapi Izu hokinya gede banget sih. Kamu udah belum makan? Dari siang? Atau dari pagi? Mampir YouTube ya guys ya. Lel, kamu harus makan Lel, sambil makan aja kenapa Lel, ini Lel. Makan apa kayak roti gitu. Kesabarannya ngeri kali mereka. Iya coy, Muhammad Hendrian. Maunya disuapin dapat operator, diambil. Oh, manuvernya saving OP kah? Saving kah? Soalnya saving sih. Saving sih, mahal sih. Nggak ada budget soalnya PRX. Kamu mau disuapin siapa? Oleh, mau disuapin siapa? Main flick, PR, ini something, monyet, saya player, execute, Forsaken.
Will now move up 4-2.
Well, I gotta say, I think one thing that's really encouraging for the side of T1 is you're able to react to these crazy plays that Paper Rex do. Oh my god, what?
Tapi memang si Izu sih, ini MVP Izu di ronde ini sih.
You're not allowed to do that, Izu.
Oh my goodness.
What the hell?
That is.
Betul Susanto kah? Iya.
Well.
Cuman SQL belum kelihatan sih di sini.
In terms of mechanical ability with Paper Rex, that's for sure.
Beda role juga sih, bukan duelist dia, bukan chamber juga kan. Jadi ya udahlah. Main sesuai role aja. Prediksi kalian nih masing-masing nih. Menang siapa dan skornya berapa? Kalau gue menang PRX tapi nggak akan mudah, skornya paling 13-11. Kalau overtime paling kayak cuma 15-13 doang, overtime sekali doang gitu. Soalnya ini saya player nih berbahaya nih, Yes, ini Susanto derby manis. Kayaknya pasti semangat banget nih lawan Jason. Iyalah. Yang gue bingung orang tuanya dukung siapa ya? Mami papi Susanto dukung siapa ya?
Still wary about that potential lurk.
Dava mau jelasin di luar nalar, iya coy.
Everybody is stacked up right now inside of this pit. Push on the corner.
Oh, aduh, Dava
one.
masih duluan lagi.
He's gonna be here as well, and Izu's able to flush
Come on,
him
main
out.
freak.
Now it's all down
Yuk,
to
yuk, yuk,
Vulnerable.
bisa yuk.
Vulnerable's there.
Satu lagi.
Finds them both.
Aduh, tapi di dalam
Into a
oh di dalam
1v1.
ini lagi fire
Has
speed.
to try to flush Rossi out of this pit.
So it's the
Susah nih,
paranoia.
susah nih.
Put it towards
Mungkin ada
back
into
to
di
side
shadow
here,
sih,
try to
tapi
clear
ini buat
this.
apa gitu loh.
Oh, he's gonna miss with
Hit,
it.
di tap, kanan.
On.
Awas pilar,
Okay,
pilar,
he's got
pilar,
back
pilar.
away from the pit for now.
Dicek nggak ada, balik lagi Rossi.
Real great tools to try to find this one.
Ah, no time dong.
Quick
Aduh.
adjustment. Rossi able to take him down. T1.
BTW ini memang kayak si Rossi sengaja pakai Phantom sih guys, karena dia ada ultimate juga gitu.
From
Atau mungkin
T1,
dia emang
obviously Saya
sengaja beli Phantom karena nggak ada
able to
bullet
punish
trace
the
gitu.
aggression of Paper Rex
Jadi buat
outside
kalian
of
yang
the
masih susah beda antara Phantom sama Vandal, bedanya apa? Phantom itu kalau misalkan nge-spam through the smokes nggak ada bullet tracernya, jadi musuh nggak tahu posisi kalian secara tepat. 12-8 PRX menang maybe, 12-8. Ada lagi? 12-8 mah belum ada yang menang. 12-8 belum ada yang menang. Masih match point itu, belum ada yang menang.
Blade Storm as well for something. Pick comes down into mid. So now you're gonna have to really rely on
Yuk,
Mind
bisa yuk.
Freak and something.
Thank you Lel, udah Lel, cekuk Lel, makasih Lel. Simpan duitnya buat diri kamu sendiri, meskipun saya tidak menolak, tapi kamu baik sekali. Thank you so much for the support my friend, really appreciate.
One-way setup. Oh, they're looking for the stun here
Waduh,
as
ada
well.
gravity well, ditarik guys.
Managing to get out to safety.
Tapi bisa pasang one way di situ ya, gue baru tahu loh. Gabut. OT kayaknya nih, OT kan. Kalau kata gue meskipun OT 15-13 sih. Menurut kalian skornya berapa guys? Udah, tebak-tebak aja dulu. Kalau tadi si Sia bilangnya mungkin 13-8 kali, bukan 12-8 ya. 13-8. Gue kayak 15-13, kalau enggak 13-11.
So quietly get ready to attack the A side.
I mean, something's gonna have to come up huge. Potentially, he is getting some help from Banyak and Forsaken.
13-6,
Their
wah.
way there.
13-6 menang siapa pak? 5-13. Oh 5-13, maksudnya menang T1 ya? Main slow T1 menang, main Rush PRX menang. Oh iya. Ya sih T1 emang disiplinnya bagus sih. Beda kayak disiplinnya PRX. Ya nih, T1 tiba-tiba mainnya eksplosif nih di menit ke-30. Di menit ke-30 dia main tiba-tiba eksplosif aja gitu. Jadi yang dalam saya pada kaget gitu. Dua orang nggak bisa hold. Karena langsung dipush sama 5 orang sekaligus gitu. Mungkin Karpa jadi tumbal, tapi itu dibutuhkan sih. Pokoknya dibutuhkan. Main freak lagi bisa sendirian. Gue kasihan banget main freak. Desain sendirian mulu coy. Nggak dari pas apa namanya? Pas Afrika TV kemarin. Pas lawan apa namanya Sentinels. Selalu dia last man standingnya aja di breeze. Sekarang lagi nih. Versus T1, last man standing terus di split.
Here in VCT Pacific, he has played it some before. He was typically a
Tapi memang,
main actually before he came over to
tapi memang
T1.
apa tiba-tiba jadi nge-default juga gitu si PRX. Ini bukan PRX yang gue kenal jujur deh. Karena PRX yang gue kenal itu adalah dia meskipun defending, tapi dia kayak taker. Dia nge-push juga gitu loh.
Yes, exactly. So when you get him on the duelist, you can see he's
Ya guys, by the way guys, mumpung lagi time out, kalian bisa mampir ke YouTube gua, ketik satu di live chat YouTube Bos Naban, ketik satu di live chat YouTube Bos Naban, dan gua bakalan jadi kalian moderator. Kayak mereka nih warnanya biru-biru tuh, kayak Muhammad Abiel, kayak Asnahul Huluk gitu. 16-14 T1 win, oke. Karena gue udah nyiapin 1000, gue udah nyiapin giveaway buat kalau misalnya subscribe gue udah sampai 1000 subscriber guys. Jadi buat kalian silakan mampir ke YouTube gue dan jadi moderator gue for free dengan cara ketik satu aja di live chat YouTube Bos Naban. Thank you guys. Masih ada waktu. Karena ini dibutuhkan oleh tim PRX ya guys ya. Karena nggak ada Jing, Alek udah ngamuk-ngamuk, Meja udah nggak selamat ya berarti guys ya. Meja mungkin udah retak-retak, udah mau patah, udah mau kebagi dua, gitu lah pokoknya. Tapi Izu ada showstopper nih. Kalau misalnya, tapi kayak main eksplosif nih kata gue. Kata gue bakal main eksplosif nih, langsung masuk B-nya kah? Double gaming kah T1? Soalnya ada ini, ada showstopper. Tuh kan ini wallnya si Rossi bikin PRX overthinking karena setupnya itu nutupin info dari tower sama dari main gitu. Tiba-tiba masuk B kan 4 lawan 1 tuh, 4 lawan 2 tuh. Sekalipun ada reinforcement tapi nggak cukup gitu. Udah dapat side-nya. Tinggal angle aja kalau gitu. Oh tapi Forsaken masih ada ultimate. Dimensional Breath aktif. Tapi belum dipakai sama sekali. Oh iya, ternyata fast rotate-nya lumayan berguna sih si PRX. Oh, di ulti tuh. Dimensional drift aktif. Oke, main freak. Dapat X-Curate. Karena X-Curate juga udah ke-default posisinya dari dimensional drift-nya Forsaken. Dapat satu lagi Forsaken. Rossi yang awalnya tugasnya pengen lurking, bikin kepikiran ngasih info tentang rotasi, malah dia yang last man standing. Beneran dicuekin ternyata Excite ya. Mereka fast rotate. Mereka bener-bener fast rotate. Ini menarik sih kalau kata gue. Tapi apa daya ini 1 lawan 3 nih. Meskipun Maverick low HP ya. Meskipun Maverick low HP tapi ya masih ada Forsaken, masih ada something. Forsaken udah dapat 2 ultimate orb. Gara-gara dia kill 2 tadi kalau salah. Jadi 5 lagi bisa ulti lagi tuh. Ini yang dibilang sama orang-orang pseudo inisiator si Fioro ini. Ya bener, main fast push PRX menang. Kalau slow T1 bisa menang. Iya. Bener sih, kalau misalnya kebalik nih, kalau misalnya dibalik jadi T1 yang misalnya main push, main rush, terus PRX yang main default itu yang kalah justru PRX. Gimana ya? Kalau misalnya yang main kalau misalnya T1 mainnya push, ngerush itu yang menang justru malah PRX. Tapi kalau misalnya T1 main slow, main VCT, maksud gue dengan VCT adalah lu main eksplosif di 30 second gitu. Itu menang T1. Tapi PRX kalau misalnya dia main yang nge-default, PRX yang kalah. Ngerti gak sih maksud gue? Oh iya, terus ada Christian jadi moderator ya guys ya. Thank you so much bro. Ya jadi buat kalian yang mau jadi moderator YouTube Bos Naban, silahkan mampir ke YouTube Bos Naban. Ini YouTube-nya YouTube Bos Naban dan kalian bakal jadi moderator dengan cara ketik satu aja di live chat YouTube Bos Naban. Thank you guys. Permain karet main freak apaan ya? Permain karet yang dingin lah pokoknya. Yang bikin menggigil gitu lah. Jen, halo Jen. Apa itu maksudnya A? Tiga lawan 36 nih. Permain karet main freak apaan ya? Masih pertanyaan lama. Aku yang udah jadi moderator dari lama bilang keren kamu berarti. Berarti kamu orang paling keren, Ren. Berarti kamu tolong ini ya, tolong di drive ya. Views di TikTok supaya mampir ke YouTube juga ya. Thank you so much, Ren. Waduh. T1 loh. Tuh kan nge-default dapat 1 kan? Tuh. Maverick masih oke, masih bisa nge-trade. Cuma 3 lawan 4 tetap aja. Oke, iya bener nih. Ya kalau T1 nge-default, menang T1, bener. PRX yang kaget sumpah, PRX yang kaget. Retake-nya 4 lawan 2 lagi. Oke. Aduh. Nggak kena trade lagi. Nggak bisa ini, nggak bisa PRX mainnya. Ngikutin tempo mereka nggak bisa dia. 7 dong dapat T1. Bisa 7 ini si T1. 8 sih kayaknya sih. Karena PRX nih mahal banget rondenya coy. Apalagi kalau misalnya operator tumbang nih. Makanya T1 gak mau nge-push. Masih ada sih, harusnya masih ada harapan. Something masih bisa beliin 1 orang Vandal harusnya. Pokoknya dari tadi nggak kesel mati mulu kali ya. Ya bisa dibilang. Biasanya bisa dibilang mati mulu dia. Yang kesel tadi Davai, Forsaken, main freak. Ya sekali lagi gue ingetin lagi guys ya. Lagi nggak bosan-bosan gue ingetin. Kalian bisa jadi subscriber, jadi moderator YouTube gue dengan cara ketik 1 di live chat YouTube Bos Naban. Dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator langsung di tempat. Kayak mereka nih, si Muhammad Habil sama Jeruka nih, anjay T1 mimpin. Iya coy. Karena nggak ada sentinel kan si PRS kan, jadi kalau misalnya tiba-tiba main eksplosif di menit 30 second, yang dimana dia bisa nutup informasi di awal, jadi nggak ketahuan sama sekali karena ada alarm kan, si tim PRX itu tuh bakal bahaya banget buat tim PRX guys. Tutor race ada di Jing, iya. Cuma race sih, cuma Jing sih yang bisa main race lepas gitu ya. Mendingan race-nya jauh game atau Jing guys? BTW nih, kalau misalnya ngomong-ngomong nih, kan jauh game juara dunia nih, Iji nih. Juara Champions kemarin nih.
Just seeing Forsaken thinks, well, he can gate crash out anyway. Why would we want to potentially risk it? You know, we know The Paper X has been setting up for these bait and switches. Let's take a little bit more time here
Di spam.
before we go.
Yang mau jadi moderator
Could
di
just
YouTube,
be
di Yusuf. Mampir di Yusuf, bos nabar kali bisa jadi moderator. Oke, thank you Ren, kamu keren banget Ren.
All the information on the
Hebat.
map, I would start to think that Paper X has a
Ketoprak campur
pretty
susu.
decent idea that this
Kamu
is
jadi
gonna
moderator
pay him.
di
No
Twitter juga deh.
contact A or B, or I mean, excuse me, mid or
Bisa nggak
B.
sih? Nah itu dia.
So certainly, the Paper X
Jauh
still
Gemo
is
bang,
confused, which I think
anjas.
they might have
Bukan
pulled the
Jauh
field off,
Gemo,
or sitting
bukan
in
Resya
sewers or
Jauh
something
Gemo.
like that.
Resya
Oh,
Rigby.
well, that's helpful.
Resya
Yep,
Rigby.
and that's going to be the go button here for the side of Team 1 as Divine.
Anjas.
Izu on the entrance.
Hit.
Flash there on a Forsaken, pulls back into elbow for the time being.
Gue kira baiting di sini
Side
bakal ada,
player,
ternyata ada juga ya.
snapping.
Ada lah, tetep lah.
Oh, my. Mowing down.
Kalau misalnya cuan, coy. Kalau misalnya 1 tuker 2 gimana kan cuan gitu.
As well. Dimensional drift back online. Paper X.
Oh,
Still
di
hanging in
counternya
there. They
dengan
give
cara
themselves up
nge-stack
before. Like you said,
jadinya. Jadi di
7
default
and 5
T1 nih,
wouldn't be a
lu
bad
nge-counternya dengan cara
considering
nge-stack
how
aja udah
dominant
side-nya.
widely has been for T1.
Artinya kalau misalnya
I
lu
think
nge-stack,
7-5
mau dia
you're
side A,
actually
side
pretty
B,
happy with this
meskipun dia
scoreline for
nge-hit
Paper
side lo
X.
atau enggak, pokoknya
It looked
lu
like
nge-stack
you were
aja.
really
Kalau misalnya
sideways
dia
too
nge-decide
fast.
lu
This
main
time,
retake-nya bareng-bareng 5
Divine
lawan
just
5 gitu.
Great timing to peek around
Still
that
winnable
corner, find the
jadinya.
entry, and then they line up for
Game
him.
keberapa kah ini? Game pertama
He's
masih.
not going to miss
dibuka.
those. So, you know, when Paper X seems to need a spark of energy, when they need somebody
Bang, lu dukung siapa? PRX kalau gua.
for them, it's
Fed
often
meta nggak
It's
di
often
split?
the one who can pick quick kills.
Well,
Gue belum lihat tim yang ini sih. Gue belum nemu tim yang main Fed di split sih.
taken
Kalau di
down
Lotus
side
masih
player.
ada.
Not affected at all
Sunset
by
juga
any of
masih
that
ada
Yori
di Sunset.
utility. See something, I think he actually wants to
Kamu
move
kalau split
forward,
kayak
but
belum?
he can't afford to do it. Another
Ini
kill this
gimana
early
nih
into the
T1
round,
beda
which is
banget di
catastrophic
Afrika
for them.
TV. Iya.
Early clear on that
Udah
trailblazer,
gitu,
but
ini
still
map
concerned
PRX,
they might have
coy.
spotted out Mind Freak's forward position. He'll
Lebih
be
sakit
going back.
T1. Berarti map PRX loh.
Scope to try and dissuade any further push in towards B.
Apalagi di baru cuma klik 1 di Yusuf Bosnaban. Keren,
Ren.
Nama kamu Ren, makanya kamu keren.
Jets.
Ya silakan mampir ke YouTube Bosnaban guys. Dengan cara ketik satu aja di live YouTube Bosnaban dan gue bakal nyikain moderator. Ya nggak JJ? Bang tim Indo sisa siapa aja? Cuma PRX ya yang bener-bener Indo ya. T1 tim Korea sebenarnya, cuma ada Kevin Susanto orang Indo. Yang menang langsung ke final, iya langsung ke grand final. Lawan DRX atau lawan Genji gitu. Setelah kita nonton Genji sama DRX juga deh, gue pengen liat Mako main guys. Gue pengen liat Vipernya Mako, tapi Mako udah gak berapa main Viper lagi. Yang main sekarang Zes, apalagi kalau mapnya split ya.
Yeah, the Cosmic Divide invested would buy you a little bit extra time, but
30 seconds
Paper
left.
X relatively aware of this. Divide's already over here.
And now something he's got to push out even further
Belum
because
main,
of
Bang,
Nebula
metanya,
starts
Bang.
wanting at his speed. He wraps around, but the Divide gets himself up in towards
Davai
heaven.
dari
Drops down,
atas.
spots Rossi for a brief little moment.
Kenapa nggak
Pushing
ada
forward,
ini ya?
still
Oh nggak ada
managing to find the
star.
headshot.
Nggak ada
Chill out,
star
trying to
ternyata.
get the timing,
Waduh,
trying to get that headshot
Santing.
lined up. Speaking of
Santing
timing,
panas
T1
coy.
running out of
Dia
it.
nggak mau ngasih
Finding
side
one,
bebas.
tap onto the plan, something up over
Planting,
the top
planting.
of the
Oh
shot.
no,
And he
no,
nearly gets
what the hell?
Mid-air to take him down, but Rossi
Aduh, padahal main waktu aja bisa loh.
shuts him out. And it's going to be 8 and 4 to
Ih,
have
itu main waktu aja bisa
one
loh.
way out in front.
Gotta like
Aku
what
mau
you're seeing
adik-adik
from
mau
T1.
apa?
Their
kamu?
ability to
SQ.
adapt to this
Mau
comp
apa
so
kamu?
quickly and so effectively
What the
is
hell?
truly impressive.
Itu masih
And
bisa
the way that
menang
they
loh,
were able to
BTW
read the
guys.
map, maneuver around.
Ya satu
find
mati
some
di
really good
Rafters, yang satu
opportunities.
mati di ini, di
Again,
side.
match Paper X in terms of
Lumayan,
their speed
tapi manuvernya
and their decisiveness.
something tuh lumayan
That's something
risky,
that very
tapi
few teams
ada efeknya juga gitu
have
loh.
had
Dia bisa
success
ngecek
with
orang
in the
yang
past.
mau balik
So
plan
certainly,
di satu atau enggak.
gotta like what you're
Cuman
seeing, but again,
sayangnya
this is gonna be
adalah,
where this Paper
adalah
X comp
tadi si
is
Rossi malah udah reposition
really
gitu.
supposed to pick up steam, really supposed to pick up momentum is going to be on this Tacker side. You've got to expect it. You've got some crazy executes dialed up where you've got the Jet and the Rays dashing in. Like, let's say on B site.
Gimana guys, ini
dash
skornya
the pillar
guys.
on one side, the
Skor
Rays
gue
can
masih
go to the other.
13,
Yoru
11.
can TP somewhere who God only
PRX
knows where
menang.
he's going to send those things. So it's going to be
Apalagi
pretty
sekarang
chaotic
attacker
for
nih,
T1. So
attacker.
we're gonna need
Attackernya PRX kan
a
lu
lot
tahu
of that
sendiri
awareness,
kayak
a lot
gimana,
of that
caur.
quickness that they displayed at times in that previous
Caur
half.
banget attackernya PRX.
So,
Kalau misalnya dia main defending
I
aja
wouldn't wanna
attacker.
This
Kalau
triple duelist
apalagi kalau
comp,
masih jadi
Paper
attacker,
X,
makin
it
attacker
cannot
lagi
be-
lah.
It cannot be comfortable.
Si JRS masih ada enggak? Si JRS dia di MITH dia.
Guys been here, been coming to the games
MITH itu
for a
kalau tim
while.
tier 2. Masih tier 2 itu. Dia harus lolos split yang di Thailand dulu baru bisa ke Pacific
Significantly
gitu,
more
Ascension.
riled
sorry.
up crowd.
They were fired up outside early.
Atau udah
Oh,
ini
yeah.
franchise ya, udah masuk
They were
Ascension ya?
loud.
Lupa gue.
I mean,
Belum
you could
sih,
hear
kayak
them.
belum sih.
They were lined up probably,
Hours.
I think 3 hours before I left my house.
Yeah, I saw Jake Shin posting pictures that
Yeah.
the line was long.
I was like, damn, everybody's already there to the venue. I'm rolling out of bed right now. I'm about to
Ayo kita nih
get in the
attackernya
shower, get my
PRX
car,
nih.
get ready to drive over there.
Apalagi T1 nggak ada Sentinel nih. Sosial lancar jaya sih.
First pistol round
Cuman
went the
T1
way of
bakal
T1.
lebih main retake sih kalau kata gue. Karena setup Viper, pokoknya kalau misalnya lu ada Viper, lu ada main smokernya juga gitu. Jadi Viper second smoker, lu nge-retake enak banget sih. Tapi dia dapetin dulu towernya oke, menjadi set kosong sayangnya. Gak ada yang gila sama sekali set, mereka main retake 4 lawan 5. For second cosplay Ruby, Davai cosplay Naban, what? Asal jangan main freak cosplay Revorsi aja guys. Yang tahu-tahu aja guys. Jangan main freak cosplay Revorsi, main race. Apakah dengan cara kamu menjadi warna biru? Iya SQ, kamu akan jadi warna biru dengan cara mengetik 1 di YouTube channel. Di live chat YouTube kamu akan menjadi moderator dengan sangat mudah. Biru obeng warna kamu SQ. Yang lainnya juga sama yang TikTok ya guys ya, silakan pindah ke YouTube. Ketik 1 di live chat YouTube Bos Nava dan gue bakalan jadi kalian moderator semudah itu guys. Beraco, berat, iya beraco ya. Nah, gue udah bilang kalau Taker udah lah, kasih lah Rex. Rehan jadi moderator, mantap. SQ udah jadi moderator ya, Rehan udah juga ya. Ya silakan yang di TikTok silakan pindah ke YouTube gue. YouTube gue ini Bos Naban. Dan gue bakalan jadi kalian moderator. Nama kalian bakal jadi biru obeng kayak gini, kayak si SQ, kayak si Jericho, kayak si Valen. Dengan cara ketik 1 aja di live chat YouTube Bos Naban. Semudah itu guys. Semudah itu, gampang banget. Come on PRX, let's go.
That is all 5 of Paper X that are there, and they're going to try it again.
Iya masuk bro. 21 PRX win, oke 21. Cuma kalau split kayak 13-11. Kan? Cepet banget kan? Tapi juga Rico sih. Bukan di TikTok sih ya, tapi di YouTube. Kalau TikTok tuh terbatas moderator, kamu harus pindah ke YouTube dulu. Nanti baru gua jadi lu moderator dan kita ketik 1 lu di YouTube Bos Naban. Dan dia jadi moderator. 13-10. Oke, lihat dulu.
Not only do you have the jet dashes, you have the blast packs, you have the gate crash with Forsaken, you have the TP with Mind Freak as well. They're going to be all over the place. It is going to be so hard potentially to keep track of them. Banyak just take a little bit of space early.
Ya guys, jangan lupa di like guys. Izu. Udah expect banget dia main di situ. Tabrak-tabrak masuk aja. Iya, gate crash-nya benar harus dihilangin sih. Kalau nggak bahaya cuy. Oh, Forsaken triple kill. Wow. Dia nggak peduli ada gate crash atau nggak, udah tembak-tembak aja. Versi Indo kah? Sebenarnya tim Singapura dia, cuma ada 3 orang mau main Indo. Ada main Freak, Forsaken, sama Monyet. Ada 3 orang mau main Indo. Tim Singapura dia. Tapi Singapura Indo gitulah pokoknya kerjasamanya. Karena CEO-nya itu seperempat darah Indonesia juga.
Just bananas.
Menurut lo overtime gak bang? Kata gue overtime ya? Tergantung T1 sih sebenarnya. Tergantung T1 sih. Gue masih positif 13-11 beres menang. Map pertama ya. Wait, Mind Freak. Oh. Kalau di T1 tuh yang selalu last man standing si Rossi sih, kasihan dia. Lu kesel nggak pencet? Pencet apaan? Aduh. Oke, Mind Freak baru kelihatan ya guys ya. Si Mind Freak baru kelihatan. Monyet kemana? Monyet kemana? Monyet masih nge-boss break. Monyet masih nge-boss break. Ya paling nggak dia bisa entry, ngasih space. Lumayan. Sepertinya skor stuck di 8. Iya nih saving lagi T1. Ikonya hancur lagi. Belum recover. Terus T1 malah nge-stack di bagian mid lagi. Rossi tinggal sendirian nih Rossi nih. Bisa apa Rossi? Cabut, pulang, main retake. Main dalam smoke. Awas di push. Ngasih kill ke musuh. Oh iya nih main retake coy. Main retake ini. Oh itu close plan, oke. Ayo di flank, PRX di flank nih, dari City, dari attack response, dari lobby, careful. Kami butuh Jing lagi wamil, jangan cariin. Carpe cuma pakai sheriff. Oh, XQ res meskipun harus di-trade oleh something. 3 lawan 3 sekarang meskipun Carpe low HP, Rossi juga bisa melakukan kill lagi. Dan tentunya akan sangat berbahaya dan PRX something. Triple kill is coming, closing the round. 8 ronde dikuasai oleh PRX. Ini adalah kemampuan W Gaming PRX. Entah defending, entah taker, entah post plan, entah entry.
T1 still almost makes it happen just off their gunplay. Carpe is so good with those sheriffs. That is one of his calling cards for sure. Is his ability to utilize those one-tap weapons.
Something is the real hero, guys.
He's been tremendous.
Berarti yang masih bot frag cuma monyet.
They're getting there.
Maksudnya Forsaken udah ada scene-nya masing-masing, jadi triple kills kan di era terus Something dapat triple kills juga, main freak juga gitu. Monyet belum ada nih, monyet belum kelihatan nih. Tens di mana bang Sentinel? Di Amerika dia. Execute. Aduh, dapat 2. Oke, bagus dapat. Nice banget dapat 13-8 ya. Jadi kamu yang benar sih Jen.
T1, do they even try to go for this?
Hey!
Oh, they certainly do now. Showstopper, however, from Banyak. Forcing them back down the stairs. Just holding it for the moment. We'll just let this go. Won't find any value from it, but he
Kayaknya emang
buys time.
Persnya selalu nge-grindingnya di attacker dah. Jadi pas di map apapun kalau misalnya di defending, nothing tulus aja gitu. Yang penting lu bisa nahan skornya berapapun, asal jangan kebantai-bantai banget, 5 atau 4 seharusnya masih oke gitu. Asalkan pas di attacker, lu konsisten gitu. Dan ini yang dilakukan oleh PRX. Oh, monyet baru kelihatan nih. Akhirnya dia bisa clutch gitu. Karena saya player overthinking tadi, OVT dia.
Really nice stuff here from Paper X. This time
Dava lawan Genji seinget gue. Lawan Genji seinget gue.
You were kind of anticipating with this triple duelist comp, and it's Divide on the
lawan Genji itu beberapa hari lalu bela.
Kill onto Izu to keep his raise from having any impact on
Monyet kalau server SG udah kena
nice
bacot.
pull on the Showstopper. Yeah, you don't get any kills.
Iyalah, namanya aja monyet coy.
Especially with the Viper still in play.
Ya, time out Iwan, ayo lo.
Divide to get into a position where you could potentially use the snake bites and things like that to delay the post plant. So
kalau gue nonton di Twitch,
the ideas are really solid right now for Paper X. You gotta pump the brakes. Here's T1. You gotta figure out how you can slow this down.
Ya, buat kalian nih, 90 penonton viewers di TikTok, kalau kalian pindah ke YouTube, ketik satu di live YouTube Bos Naban, gue bakal jadi kalian moderator. Kayak Gen, kayak Muhammad Habiel, kayak Rayhan, kayak mereka-mereka. Warnanya bakal biru obeng. Dengan cara ketik satu aja di live chat YouTube Bos Naban. YouTube gue nih, Bos Naban nih. Thank you atas follow-nya bro. Thank you John McTavish, Mistelin, OTW Yami gitu. Dan gue nanti malam bakal publish ini tutorial Viper ya guys ya buat Icebox side B. Kan side A udah gue upload, yang side B bakal gue upload tutorial komplitnya gitu. Jadi kalian kalau misalnya main di Icebox punya opsi agent gitu. Cuma 4 menit doang kok nggak lama. Udah dapat semua modul gitu. 11 bos, satu bos. Viper Rex yang orang ini siapa bang? Itu Monyet, Main Freak, Forsaken. Monyet namanya Cahya, Main Freak namanya Aaron. Forsaken namanya Jason. Kalau T1 yang Indo cuma satu, cuma si Excurate. Namanya Kevin. Kevin sama Jason saudaraan. Namanya Susanto Derby. Jadi gitu guys. Icebox my 5 map, let's go Habiel. Ini planting open lagi tuh. Itu planting open loh, retake-nya susah kalau planting kayak gitu loh. Tapi saya bisa nge-flank tentunya. Showstopper aktif dari Izu. Apakah akan digunakan? Kondisi saat ini 4 lawan 4 masih. Saya player. Bisa nge-flank cari spots, mencari angle, tapi Izu. Oh, where something harus reposition. Oh, dapat satu ternyata. Namun sayang sekali Forsaken bisa nge-trade. 2 lawan 2 saat ini. Showstopper tidak kena siapa-siapa, namun sayang sekali Forsaken dapat triple kills. Dan there you go, 1v1 situation, Mind Freak versus Rossi. Controller versus controller, namun Mind Freak lebih siap. Karena smoke-nya berada di tempat yang tepat. Enak banget coy. Anak ITB ya? Siapa anak ITB? Siapa aja anak ITB? Emang ada anak ITB ya? Gue gak tau mereka dari kampus apa, universitas apa gue gak tau. Kalau si lu tanya gue ini ya, mereka tuh kuliah di mana gak tau. Come on Beliat.
Oh boy.
I love this.
Toxic
We
banget
get
gila
to listen
Kevin.
to the
Kevin
Rex
Jason anjir.
comms in between rounds.
Come on beliat anjing.
Especially when you have a brother on the opposite side of the stage.
That's true. That's
Ternyata
true.
baru
You
kah
gotta
ini
taunt,
no
you
initiator?
gotta taunt the older brother.
Nggak
No
pen-
doubt
itu-
about it.
I mean, we've
For
seen the
second-
success of the brothers over in
Forsaken kan
EMEA
semi
as well.
inisiator.
True.
Tuh, dia udah
And,
dimensional glyph
now
udah
the
ngasih info
opposing
dia.
side.
Tuh, satu.
It's Forsaken spotting him out.
Aduh, Rossi. Pas banget dia ngebuka. Pas banget ngebuka, apa namanya, ngebuka dimensional glyph, langsung di shutdown. Lumayan lah. Carpe, Ashley, Angelic, welcome to the stage. Lah, ini mah Cia, coy. Oh, kamu namanya Ashley Angelic itu siapa, coy? 13-9. 13-9. Kata gue masih 13-11. Sabar, guys. Gue pengen game ini seru. Jadi, kalau bisa long lasting lah paling gamenya. GTA, aneh banget kamu, Cia. Tapi yaudahlah. Itu nama RP kamu ya, Cia ya?
Clearing right underneath sight.
He's trying to clear out this box, but
Yeah.
Page Shell's kind of
They were a little
Nalo,
short.
monyet.
just holding Petsai, not
Eits!
for it. Walks right into the crosshair.
Crosshairnya pas banget.
Now it's all
Pas banget
one
crosshairnya.
Swing back
Oh,
around,
Mind
Mind
Freak
Freak in
tentunya
heaven.
menjaga
There
dari
was a crossfire,
Heaven.
and so
Dapat
far,
satu.
that second half round win continues
Oke, Cia
to
jadi
elude
moderator.
Team
Thank you
One.
atas subscribe-nya,
7
guys ya.
consecutively now.
Game
It's
keberapa
being
ini?
Rex
Game
keep
pertama,
themselves up to
boy.
11.
Well,
Game
you
pertama
expected
nih.
it to be good.
Ya kan stuck
And
di
it certainly
8.
has been great
Kayaknya
on this
sih
attacker
iya.
side
Tapi
for
gue nggak
Paper
tahu.
Rex. No
Sekarang harus
slowing
saving
down
lagi
here.
ya,
You
kalau
know,
nggak salah
tough
T1
position
tuh.
for Izu,
Tungkat lagi
trying to
ekonominya.
guess where Banyak is hiding. It's actually just right by the
308
spike.
kah Manis? Aku mau dang. Udah.
On the site
Kamu jadi
itself,
moderator.
not behind
Cia.
that box that he maybe
Silakan dicek.
was anticipating. Maybe had a read in some previous VODs or something that was the box that Banyak liked to hide behind, but this time around, not gonna be the case. Something.
Udahlah kalau tag sih kasih aja Perez. Iya, coy.
Saya playing anti-flash.
Pas defending pokoknya dia tuh mau scroll berapa pun bodo amat lah. Yang penting lu bisa nahan gitu, PRX. Tebakan gue bener dapat VP nggak bos? Enggak. Dapat VP kalau misalnya gue udah sampai 1000 subscriber, guys. Ntar kita roulette. Ini battle Susanto loh. Menang Excurate kebetulan. Battle Susanto masih menang Excurate kebetulan. Low HP, Mind Freak low HP, ayo lo. Nalo ini udah nggak stuck di 9 loh, udah nggak stuck di 8, sorry. PRX comeback lah, attacker coy. Maksudnya 3-2 Elis coy, berharap apa? 3-2 Elis ada 2 flash tuh dari Forsaken sama Mind Freak, dan Forsaken sebagai pseudo inisiator. Nggak stuck. Udah, kata gue 13-11, udah 13-11. Ya kita voting lagi coba kita voting lagi coba. Tadi jawabannya masih PRX 100% tuh. Coba kalau sekarang dicek dulu. Ayo Mas Mind Freak nggak tuh? Mas Mind Freak. Ini LA bukan sih? Oh LA Bami. Iya ini mah LA nih. Second account LA ya? Overtime aja lah, overtime. Jangan dong. Boleh sih overtime. Monyet borsek kalau. Ya, Monyet tuh belum dapat feel-nya gitu loh di PRX, gue nggak tahu kenapa ya guys ya. Tapi kalau nembak tetap sakit sih Monyet. Ya di HP game ini. Oke. Something udah nggak ada lagi. Nah itu enaknya gini guys, enaknya lu main 3 duelist, meskipun duel 1 ke shutdown, lu masih bisa ada 2 ujung tombak lainnya gitu loh. Tinggal cosplay yang udah planting. Siwar ada 3 orang. Siwar ada 3 orang. Mind Freak nih. Mind Freak 1 lawan 3 nih. Kanan kiri zipline. Oh 1. Oh. Aduh 5 lawan 2 dong. 4 lawan 2 dong. Something double gaming banget jir. Pakai operator double gaming gue pusing dah liat something dah. Jadi keinget Lilo, cuma Lilo pakai Viper sih. Lilo pakai Viper di split, pakai operator, maju. Viper rasa jet pas di City Clash kemarin. Something mau rusuh, iya coy. Oke, gue ingetin lagi guys ya, buat kalian viewers West TikTok, silakan mampir ke YouTube gua, Bos Naban. Ketik satu di live chat dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator guys. Nama kalian bakal jadi Biru Obeng kayak Deruka kayak mereka nih. Semudah itu aja sih moderator gue di YouTube tapi ya. 13-10 kata gue. Who knows guys? Ini half shield loh, Pepperex loh. Kalau dia kalah ronde ini, next time dia harus saving, harus eco. Ini pin message ya, cuma 1 menit. Nggak tau deh kalau 1 menit ya. Thank you Ren, diatur saja Ren. Thank you atas tap-tapnya OTW Yami. Kamu keren banget nge-tap-tap sendirian. Kamu memang strong alone ya guys ya. Dari Forsaken udah tumbang, post plan sekarang hanya bisa dilakukan oleh 4 orang aja. Sedangkan retake bisa dilakukan oleh 5 orang. Masih ada utilities lengkap dari Carpet tentunya. Info bisa masuk dari Trailblazer, Flash, Guiding Light. Molly-nya Rossi bisa pakai Buckling Angel. Kok Angel? Malaikat dong. Nah lo dalam smoke ayo. Main freak, main freak masih on fire coy. Aduh, Izu lagi main freak triple kill. Dibombardir. Waduh, itu kalau nggak ada showstopper bisa menang tuh main freak tuh. 13-11
starting to win those individual battles on the flanks of the map, starting to open up the space, give them the opportunity to set up these retakes.
Tapi Izu emang ini, kalau misalnya Izu nggak ada ini ya, kalau misalnya Izu nggak showstopper masih bisa menang main freak guys. Saya kata gift-nya ya Bani, ini apa sih Kelinci Ahmad Al-Hik. Iwan 13-11, nggak tahu ya guys ya. Kalau kata gue masih menang PRX 13-11.
And the Izu that time not going to miss his showstopper. Now Forsaken does have this dimensional drift. You have all 5 members.
Tuh ada dimensional drift kan, mesti nyari info kan. Pakai judge lagi.
Is going to come out right away. Saya player going to be spotted, going to be backed off by utility. Paint shells invested.
Ya saja clear. Wah, udah. Tapi Tiwa main retake. Yang penting selamat dulu aja. Jing keluar PRX ya bang? Nggak keluar sih dia. Dia wamil sih, cuti sih sebenarnya sih. Sebenernya nggak tahu ya, kita keluar ya, gue TBH nggak tahu. Intinya dia tuh nggak bisa main gara-gara wamil. Dalam smoke, careful. Awas Izu. Judge. Judge lawan Shorty masih menang Shorty loh. Tapi masih masih bisa nge-trade sih untungnya. Tapi 3 lawan 3 coy. Dan ada Cosmic Divide lagi. Bahaya banget. Oke, Davai. Oh no! Di stick. Di stick. Tapi di stick. Wah. What the hell?
Just such a beautiful cosmic divide for so many reasons here for T1.
Wah, itu retaknya bagus banget coy, saya screen coy.
Completely denies their vision on how T1 is trying to attempt this
Sumpah.
retake. And then the follow-up is it gives them
Lu nge-spam juga nggak bisa.
plant.
Cosmic Divide coy, bener banget nge-setup Cosmic Divide-nya. Ini kan siapa ya?
Like right on top of Carpe to stop it.
Oh,
Got extra
Kevin coy. Kayak Kevin gak sih Cosmic Divide-nya Kevin gak sih? Iya, si Kevin lah, siapa lagi? Wah, gak kedengeran, sumpah gak kedengeran. Kalau di flash kedengeran, cuma lu gak bisa nge-spam, seinget gue gitu. Karena kan speknya tadi setengah di luar kan, gitu loh. Bang, gue join Mark Tavis, keren kamu. T1 win kayaknya. Iya lagi maunya pegang ini Bulldog, cuma gak tahu ya guys ya. Lihat nih, tempo versi di lebih pelan nih. Dia main lebih hati-hati nih, di push lagi, tiga orang. Udah T1 menang. Udah ente, salah gua. T1 menang, udah susah nih. Gak ada ulti lagi. Ultimate udah gak ada lagi PRX. Something mati, mau nyermati, Forsaken gak ada dimensional drift. Kelas banget T1. Itu gak kedengeran gara-gara beda dimensi, betul. Beda dimensi, anjir.
Reading that, as Mind Freak gets himself up into heaven. Plays off the back of the flash.
Halo Mind Freak, ayo. Masih winnable. 3 lawan 3, masih winnable. Winnable PRX, masih winnable. Ayo, 3 lawan 1. Carpe. Davai, the Forsaken, Mind Freak, GG banget coy. GG banget coy. Ini gara-gara Mind Freak sudah dapat 2 sih. Gila coy. Tapi mereka juga nge-stack-nya gitu sih. Nge-stack-nya dari screen semua gitu loh. Tinggal nge-spray enak banget itu. Asli dah. Wah, enak banget tuh nge-spraynya tuh. Wah, tembakannya masuk semua. Masih ada Forsaken juga di bawah kan. Wah, enak. Enak banget coy clutch-nya. Iya kenapa 5 screen ya? Nah, makanya. Udah gitu nggak ada utilities masuk. Le. Paling nggak di apa? Guiding light dulu kek. Dikasih apa dulu kayak gitu loh. Itu kan kelihatan ya dari atas ya, smoke sih ya. Dia tuh nge-step kelihatan dari atas gitu. Mindfreak nge-spamnya enak banget itu. Enak nggak tuh, overtime nggak tuh? Ingat guys, tadi pilihan gue kalau nggak 13-11, 15-13 menang PRX. Sekarang waktunya 15-13. Oh, ini dia nih, flash berbahaya kayak gini nih. Ini Yoru for second is back guys. Yoru for second era is back guys. The best Yoru in Indonesia adalah for second guys. Is back mereka. Kembali dia. Main di angle atas. Oh high grounds, enak banget main flick. Tapi KRP tinggal sendirian, cuma pakai operator. 15-13 ya asli. Bisa jadi, tapi bisa jadi 14-12 guys. Awas. Ada Seekers 2 lawan 1 pakai operator. Cuma si keken dulu si operator sayang sekali. Satu side. DK. Masih ada vulnerable. Iwan nge-troll sih. Iya 5 lawan 2 itu 5 lawan 3 tadi nge-troll coy. Nggak bisa. Terlalu meremehkan. Ingat. PRX itu jagonya pas attacker. Pas defense ya mereka menang. Tapi pas attacker mereka lebih garanti lagi. Mereka lebih garanti lagi menang di attacker. Lihat aja nih. Ini loh. Ini Yorunya for second is back sih kalau kata gue. Asal nggak dibain aja, asal jangan main dibain aja. Isi GG perhaps guys. Time out nggak tuh? Time out terakhir. Ya mau lagi time out, gue bakal ngingetin lagi guys ya buat kalian viewers TikTok Bos Naban. Silahkan mampir ke YouTube gue nih Bos Naban nih, dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator dengan cara ketik satu aja di live chat YouTube Bos Naban, dan nama kalian bakal jadi obeng biru kayak Syah, kayak Kajin, kayak Muhammad Habiel. Mudah banget jadi moderator YouTube Bos Naban guys. Nih kayak Safira Azahra jadi moderator. Kucingnya lucu, dapat kucingnya lucu guys. Alex geplak meja. Tadi coy. Tadi geplak meja anjir. Pas awal juga geprak meja coy, pas awal-awal. Sekali geplak itu kalau gue tanya Alex ya, 40 HP, satu vandal. Satu vandal. Diki Kobe juga jadi moderator, keren kalian guys. Dan di atas follow guys. Silakan yang di TikTok silakan pindah ke YouTube gue nih Bos Naban, dan gue bakal jadikan moderator dengan cara ketik satu aja di live chat YouTube Bos Naban guys. Mudah banget. Ini baru match pertama Jintan, jadi chill out. Sengit parah, iya coy. Sengit parah coy. Tapi udahlah, ini di closing sama PRX harusnya ya. Tuh, mereka mainnya agak random nih. Mereka main ke B nih. Dari 5 ronde sebelumnya, PRX tuh attack-nya di bagian SI terus. Tapi sekarang mereka main beda, mereka nge-push B bareng gitu. Kalau Davai cuma ngasih persepsi, ngasih wall doang, nutupin informasi. Tapi Monyet langsung nge-rush. Tapi susah mereka aware sih. Ayo, 4 lawan 2 bisa yuk, saya dapat nih. Info masuk. Oh, PR. Oh, ada trade langsung. Oh, XQ red coy. Nge-trade. Bagus, di-trade lagi sama main freak. 3 lawan 3. Plantingnya close. Harusnya enak. Aduh, ada Fanshells. Nggak bisa nge-plan. Ke-delay lagi. Tapi Rossi masih cari timing. Oh, Davai-nya nge-steps. Dia yang kena timing. 2 lawan 3. Harusnya T1 masih bisa menang nih. Bisa jadi 15-13 guys. Bisa jadi 15-13 nih. Gila coy. Iya Lel. Oh gila Jir, iya gila coy. Ini gara-gara ini sih, gara-gara X-Grad sih sebenarnya sih. Izu udah 1 lawan 3, Monyet live man standing. Ayo Monyet, tunjukkan kalau kamu adalah pemain terbaik di global esports. Makanya sekarang kamu di PRX. Oh, kena satchel.
T1 will get the defuse and they will keep us in this.
Sayang sekali nggak clutch ya, Ren ya. Sayang sekali nggak clutch ya. Ya guys, pokoknya di TikTok silakan pindah YouTube. Ketik satu live chat itu Bos Naban, dan nama kalian bakal jadi biru-biru obeng kayak gini, kayak Muhammad Habiel, kayak Kajin, kayak Safira Zahra, kayak Muhammad Habiel. Dan itu gampang banget guys, langsung aja jadi kalian moderator dengan cara kalian ketik satu aja di live chat YouTube Bos Nabang guys. Dan gue siapin giveaway kalau misalnya YouTube gue udah sampai 1000 subscribers gitu. Gak cuma buat satu orang tapi buat banyak orang, mungkin 5 orang. Oke, Kiyomi juga jadi moderator. Kiyomi, kamu keren banget, sengit banget coy. Iya, gue setuju banget sama lo. Nih Odin nih for second nih, apa nih main Odin nih defender nih for second nih. Main Odin for second, udah gak mau nge-M lagi kan dia. Oh something, masih ada lini depan kita. Kok jadi bagus sih defending Perez ya? Atau mungkin Iwan yang mulai agak jelek ya defender ya? Attackernya ya? Tuh Karpe yang ke shutdown juga. Nih, mereka kehilangan inisiator sama satu duelist guys. Izu berarti gak ada flasher lagi. Udah mereka gak ada flasher. Harusnya mainnya harus default sih. Mereka otomatis harus default. Gak bisa terlalu eksplosif kalau kata gua T1. Kalau misalnya Perez stay disiplin, masih bisa menang ini. 14-13. Perez anggapannya first match pemanasan kata gua teh. Kayak lawan janji kemarin ya, first, di Breeze pemanasan ya. Coba bagus coy. Power of gosong suatu jasa mulai bang pakai Odin. Kasih lihat mana Odinnya. Odin nggak kepake dah. Aduh Izu nge-trade lagi. Tapi belum refresh sih, masih 4 lawan 3. Tuh mereka rotate lagi. Sedangkan Perez sudah invest 3 orang pemain di B. Jason cuma nge-spam doang pakai Odin udah baik lagi. Jason cuma nge-spam doang dari side ke tower udah terus baik lagi. Jason nih. Baik lagi T1 nih ke B-side. Awas kalau crossing masih ada something. Tapi Izu kena timing sayang sekali. 1 kill cuma dari 1 sayangnya. Tapi dia triple kill ternyata something ya. Langsung chain killsnya di shutdown nama Rossi tentunya. 3 lawan 2 planting. Clearing jelek tapi accurate. Bisa nge-trade 1 lawan 2 cuma waktu gak banyak. Oke, menang Perez. Oke. Moga-moga 13-15. Udah 15-13. Cukup. Mari kita closing di 15-13. Biar tebakan gue bener. 15-13. Udah ini 15-13 nih, udah ini fix banget. 30-30 nih, 30-30 jir. Mau sampai kapan? Itu technical issue yang kemarin tuh kalah. Kalah lamanya. Berarti kayaknya Perez tuh nggak bisa masuk B-side sih. Tuh, mereka mau pilih A-side kan? Gue udah bilang. Mereka mau pilih A-side nih. Karena B-side mereka selalu jelek. Selalu bisa di-retake aja gitu loh. Invest 5 orang pemain di dalam A-side. Tuhnya T1 langsung fast rotate. Didapetin towernya, screennya, aduh, saya player. Oke, operator 2 lagi 2. Itu 2 kill. Itu juga bisa get another kill. Sekarang 2 lawan 4, sayang sekali. Dan Spy juga drop. Main freak 1v1 dengan operator, tapi sayang sekali saya player. Aduh, tebakan gue juga gagal. Tebakan gue gagal lagi. 22-20. 22-20 anjir kayak apa hierarki lawan Zeta kalau nggak salah ya. Hierarki lawan janjinya sih gue lupa. Tahun lalu juga soalnya. Anjir overtime, bener kan bang overtime coy. Cuman tebakan ini salah dong 15-13. Jadi berapa ini? Bisa jadi 22-20 anjir. Ini bagusnya Perez defender muda. Ya makanya jadi kebalik gitu. Izu dong. Davai nyari momen enak banget. Nyelip dalam smokes, dalam wall, tapi Rossi bisa nge-trade 3 lawan 4. Tapi 4 second Odinnya keluar. Dapat double kill. Enak banget, tapi saya player dari arah Raptors bisa dapetin 4 second. 2 lawan 2, di-refrag lagi. Di-refrag terus oleh T1 ternyata. Odinnya sangat mematikan, tapi masih ada saya player dari Raptors dan tentunya PRX harus main retake. Meskipun masih ada paranoia, harusnya masih bisa dilakukan. Retake saya player main dalam pocket. Dan tapi something malah ke shutdown, malah bisa nge-frag dan main freak. Dapat 15 ronde buat PRX, tapi nyari dulu spike di mana? Dia nyari spike di mana kelewatan. Aduh. Aduh. Masih ada Aaron santai. Oke, Aaron step up dan Monyet juga berhasil step up sih di game ini. Bagus. Nyari spike gear. Iya serius nyari spike anjir gua. Itu kelihatan banget nyari spike coy. Serius banget. Itu kelihatan nyari spike. Itu kelihatan banget nyari spike. Nyari dia. Kelewat sama dia nyari spike. Temot nih. Oleh siapa ya? PRX ya? Coba jantung bro dia coy. Odinnya Forsaken akhirnya kepake ya guys ya. Odinnya Forsaken ya guys ya. Gokil. Ya guys, yang di TikTok Bos Naban, jangan lupa mampir ke YouTube Bos Naban. Ketik satu di live chat itu Bos Naban dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator guys. Nama kalian bakal jadi biru obeng kayak gini. Cara simpel aja dengan cara ketik satu di live chat YouTube Bos Naban guys. Semudah itu. Dan gue udah nyiapin. Dan gue bakal nyiapin giveaway kalau misalnya YouTube gue udah sampai 1000 subscribers gitu. Giveaway Valorant Points buat banyak orang lah pokoknya. Gak cuma satu doang nggak mungkin. Banyak orang. Ini prize pool di bawah tuh. Ada berapa? 800.000 itu bakal gue convert ke VP semua. Bisa dibagi-bagi buat 5-7 orang mungkin. Who knows? Alex udah panas bang, palaknya. Iya udah panas coy. Tapi ini udah safe sih. Harusnya udah dapat 15 ronde, tinggal closing kayak gimana kan. Sekarang mereka invest lagi di bagian A-side, tapi saya player dia invest di B-side pakai operator. Tentunya ini bakal memudahkan PRX buat entry. Kalau kata gue. Harusnya ini closing nih, 16-14 udah lah. Menang guys, ini menang ini harusnya ya. Let's go. Tapi crossfire di tower bahaya banget sih. Oh, mereka malah masuk side. Oke, T1 main retake kayaknya. T1 seems to be playing retake right now. Toh juga towernya nggak di approach sama PRX. Mereka cuek bebek, mainnya side aja. Cuma tentunya saya player harus rotate dari B-side menuju A-side. Monyet berusaha nge-cut dari arah screen bersama dengan Forsaken dan juga Monyet 3 duelist berusaha ngedapetin tower guys. Oh, something tentunya dapetin Rossi. That's the first blood. Meskipun agak lama first blood tapi sekarang post plan masih berlangsung. Saya player dapetin Monyet. Oh, dapetin Forsaken juga. 3 lawan 4 masih possible untuk menang untuk T1. Namun main freak bisa nge-trade. Oh, udah tinggal saya plus sendirian closing. Closing 1 lawan 3. Ayo bisa closing nggak? Waktu terus berjalan, sayang sekali. That's the close. That's the end of the game for the first game guys. That's the end of the game for the first game guys. Congrats PRX menang. Berarti tim gue paling nggak berhasil ya guys ya. Menang. Dan tentunya buat kalian yang di live chat YouTube TikTok Bos Naban, silahkan pindah ke YouTube. Ketik satu di live chat Bos Naban dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator kayak mereka nih, kayak Jeruka, kayak Safira Zara, kayak Diki Kobe. Semudah itu jadi moderator gue, tinggal ketik satu aja di live chat YouTube Bos Naban guys. Silahkan pindah YouTube, yang TikTok silahkan pindah YouTube. Kita masih nunggu map kedua tentunya. Sambil nunggu silahkan mampir di YouTube gue. Dan gue bakalan jadi kalian moderator dan gue udah siapin gue bakal nyiapin juga giveaway buat kalian gitu. Kalau misalnya YouTube gue udah sampai 1000 subscriber guys. Ayo, mohon dukungannya guys. Silahkan mampir di YouTube guys. Mampir di YouTube Bos Naban atau di subscribe. Oke, thank you guys. Thank you brother. GG PRX. Masih ada game kedua. Mapicnya si T1. Harusnya T1 yang menang. Oke, harusnya T1 yang menang.
Pacific, are you not entertained?
Gue lupa mapnya apa ya. Pokoknya nggak Bind aja. Untungnya Bind gak dimainin sama PRX guys.
It got a little personal on stage. If you guys saw that, Forsaken started taunting his brother.
Forsaken coy, iya. Tapi bukan salah. Sebenarnya X-Spirit mainnya bagus-bagus aja sih guys. Agak unlucky aja sih kalau kata gue. Punchline jadi moderator, oke, nice banget Punchline. Yang di TikTok silakan pindah YouTube. Ketik satu live chat YouTube Bos Naban dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator. Mapnya ada split, Ascent dan Sunset. Ascent ini map picknya si siapa namanya, map picknya si T1. Kita juga belum pernah ngeliat PRX main di Ascent untuk Pacific kali ini guys ya. Jadi most likely PRX bakal diajak main gak nyaman oleh T1 di map kedua. Dan sebelum kita ke map kedua, kita dulu ini scoreboardnya ya. 19-11. First killnya dari saya player semua. Ini gue yakin dari saya player semua. Ini dari saya player semua ini, gue yakin nih. Tadi operator nge-shutdown mulu. Entah something, entah Forsaken, entah Davai gitu. Gue lupa sih. Tapi paling sering shutdown tuh si something sih. Pertama kali ya. Untuk post plan dapat 8 dari 10, 9 dari 14. PRX oke jelas, PRX. Tapi clutch ini nih. Ini clutch terepik sih. Clutch terepik ya T1 sih. Maksudnya dia bisa nge-defuse, bisa ninja defuse di dalam Cosmic Divide gitu. Itu keren sih kalau kata gue. Ini dari Bang Ade, T1 sama PRX. Dan key point takeout-nya adalah ketika T1 tuh berhasil mendapat 1 poin nge-clutch. Berhasil nge-defuse di dalam Cosmic Divide, di mana Davai juga nggak bisa nge-spam through the smokes, through the wall, karena Cosmic Divide kan nggak bisa di-spam gitu loh. Timingnya bagus banget, penempatan Cosmic Divide-nya perfect banget dari Kevin Susanto ya guys ya. Mind Freak gila sih. Mind Freak itu juga game changer ya PRX, apalagi pas di pas di 12-11, 11-12, dia bisa dapetin 2 kill karena itu error dari T1 ya sih sebenarnya sih, karena mereka nggak aware kalau mereka itu posisinya kebuka dari arah rafters gitu loh. Langsung diuji sama Mind Freak. Itu luar biasa sih, dapat 2, Davai dapat 1, Forsaken dapat 2, udah. Jadi 3 lawan 5 for nothing gitu. Lu menang kuantitas tapi lu ya gitu. Monyet belum panas bang. Bayar aja lah monyet lah. Monyet mah cuma salah satu di antara 3 duelis ya guys ya. Masih ada Forsaken, masih ada something gitu kan. Kalau dia nggak panas bodo amat lah. Dia tugasnya dapetin space doang udah lah. Odin Forsaken gacor dapat 2 tadi, betul banget. Betul banget. Prediksi map 2 menang T1. Prediksi kedua itu menang T1 kenapa? Karena PRX belum pernah main di Asen. Tentunya PRX bakal diajak main gak nyaman seperti apa yang gue bilang sebelumnya. Dan T1 dia mungkin udah lebih siap dengan Asen ya guys ya. Jadi mungkin skornya bakal menang T1 juga, tapi mungkin gak akan mudah gitu. Balik lagi gak akan mudah coy. Karena PRX kalau misal terakhir gue ngeliat ke Champions di Asen kemarin, dia bawa Harbor, dia bawa Salge, dia bawa agen-agen aneh. Tentunya nggak akan ditemukan di kompetitif ya guys ya, nggak akan ketemu di kompe. Dan kayaknya sih bakal 13-11 menang T1. Iya, mental diuji banget coy. Apalagi pas Mind Freak ya, pas 3 lawan 5 sih kalau kata gue. Diuji banget itu. Errornya adalah si Carpe nggak keluarin guiding lah, nggak keluarin Trailblazer, langsung aja terobos aja tuh smokes ya, masuk ke side, polos banget, padahal mereka kayak expose dari arah rafters gitu loh bahayanya. Ya, gue mau saving suara juga guys ya, gue juga pengen saving suara, jadi gue bakal istirahat dulu sambil kita nunggu map kedua ya guys ya. Jangan kemana-mana, tetap di live stream Watch Party Boss Naban, Watch Party with Boss. Gue bakal balik lagi dalam 2 menit, nggak 2 menit sih, tapi palingnya pas udah mulai gamenya, oke? Pas udah agent pick lah pokoknya.
Really quite the same, but you know, Banyak still was able to provide whatever he could, especially with the Raze utility at times. You can see that he knows how to make use of those blast packs. The movement is really good, and he's able to throw, so much aggression at T1 that sometimes it's hard to catch up to Paper Rex's pace. And I think that's why towards the end, especially in overtime, you start to see T1 go for a lot more retake plays and, banking on Saya's operator. And although it was really good, it was also kind of a double-edged sword. That was the reason why T1 kind of lost at the end, because you started to see this is what they're relying on. If I can take this operator away from them or remove it from the equation somehow by pushing him so far back and eliminating the rest of the team, then all you got left is an operator. You're not quite able to come back at that point. And of course, I mean, just again, Forsaken things with the Yoru, the timing on some of these flashes, the way that he uses the gate crash, the way that he plays with their minds, because he's all over the place.
Yeah, I will say though, I think I remember Victoria saying as well that it felt like Izu was better than Monyet in playing as the Raze. I felt like Izu was also kind of out of his own comfort zone. There were some moments where he just didn't really rely on the utility anymore, just straight out going for that contact.
Yeah, I like how they showed the team capsules just now, and you can see them using it in the game as well, the T1. I have to say, one thing's for sure, whoever's going to win this out, both Paper X and T1, I think have the best team capsules. That's my personal opinion. Those are the two I'm 100% gonna buy.
You're an archer. You love the T1 player card.
It's so cool, that Korean archer. Yeah, I'm all about it. And of course, Paper X and their
Jello
pink
dinosaur.
banner. Yeah, it kind of looks like crystallized Jello.
That's really.
But Jello is delicious. I'm all right with that. All right, well, going into Ascent. Now, we got to talk about T1. Coach Autumn, I have to say, is not your classic Korean coach either, and that really reflects in their gameplay style.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it's how you've seen T1 approach was just very, as I mentioned, NA DNA, right? You have that very aggressive style. They have Zaya player that can back it up. They have Rossi that has that experience already that's able to assist from the back line. Very different from what we've seen from, you know, the Genjis and DRXs of the world.
And that's the best thing about this matchup between the two teams. We know Ascent, every team plays one composition that DRX perfected and everything. But between these two, they try different compositions. And because of Coach Autumn's coaching, you can see some slight differences. You can see that the way the team operates, they're not always just banking on these set plays. They're actually trying to play with their opponent's minds, and that's why you have Rossi on this Viper. However, PaperX does the same thing. We've got that Harbor, you know, they played that against EG.
Yeah, I think we all want to see what PaperX is going to play on Ascent. I know there are a bajillion watch parties going on, and every time Ascent comes up, it doesn't matter what region, everyone's like, well, except for PaperX, who does something a little bit crazy. And you're right, T1 is the other team who's now doing it. I think this is the first Ascent we're going to see that's going to get very spicy here in Pacific.
Yeah, I'm honestly thinking that Forsaken might bring out the Harbor coming into this one.
Has to be,
yeah, because again, what I do like about that is if we're going to go against a composition where Rossi and Izu will go for the double control, you want your own safety with your own smokes. Cove, I think, is a very good answer as to how to entry onto the site. So at least I'm predicting it, but of course we have to wait.
If we do have Forsaken as the Harbor, then my question to you, Asarai, is what are the rest of them going to play? You know, are they going to have that Viper to go along with the Harbor, or is it going to be an Omen? And what about the Duelists? Are we going to see a Chamber, or is it going to be, you know, the Reyna coming out from something again?
Probably.
But then you would need, you know, a secondary Duelist to substantiate that Reyna. You would have Monyet on a, probably not Jet, maybe a Raze. What does that look like?
Okay, we are going on to the debate, and I love this. I think like you don't really need to have a secondary Duelist when you have a Harbor, because you set up the Cascade, you throw out the Reyna Eye, the Leer to kind of follow up for an out of nowhere smoke, and again the safety of your High Tide plus the Cascade, or not the Cascade, but the Cove, I feel like is already enough to push into certain sites. There's so many angles on Ascent that, again, Harbor, I feel like, can really dig into that. But again, see the team
but that's
selection.
why, you know, that's why we have this discussion. I mean, thinking about it, it's really fun to imagine how PaperX comes into this game and how, you know, T1 might have prepared for it, because they have seen PaperX play Ascent against EG before, and that was a pretty good match. Again, like you mentioned, that Harbor's always very effective, and guess what? We're not gonna have it today.
Okay.
You know, one thing we've been seeing from both of these teams right now is
Udah
that
mulai
they're
aja ya guys ya.
dropping entire
Oke,
roles.
kita lihat nonton lagi
Once
guys.
again here from PaperX, no Sentinel.
Okay, so I was gonna think
PRS main Sentinel mah nggak akan.
like the Phoenix
PRS nggak akan main Sentinel.
What is
Gak
this
akan
thing?
main Sentinel. Ya meskipun dia tahun lalu dia sempat pakai Sage di
Yeah,
apa?
the
Sempat pakai Sage di Ascent,
Just
cuma sekarang
because you can
ya
keep harassing
udahlah.
these players
Udah
out
beli
of the
gaming
site.
aja lah.
So I guess that's what we're gonna be banking on.
Paling unik emang PRX yang cara
This is
mainnya.
gonna be a spicy one. We're gonna
Halo,
go
Papa
to
Tom.
Ascent into
Thanks for the share,
Italy
Papa
and see
Tom.
what these two teams have to offer over to our casters, Achilleos and Paperthin.
Yes, thank you very much.
Legends di Valo siapa bang? Legends di Valo. Tens lah, tetap Tens lah. Tetap Tens lah.
It's the best.
Legend banget coy
There's
itu coy.
nothing else better than walking into a match
Living
with
Legend.
PaperX playing, because you never
Sama
know what
screen
you're
sih
gonna
paling
get.
sih.
And this time around, really curious.
Hai Namski, welcome to the stream Namski. How are you
Namski?
Namski?
They don't
Mana Bosi? Ajak sini dong
like
Bosi dong.
super aggressive towards mid.
Atau lagi sama
They're
kamu,
not
Namski.
generally going to be looking for picks. And so one thing I'm
Oke,
really keying
kita
in
lihat ya
on
guys
here
ya.
for PaperX,
PaperX nggak ada dua, nggak ada ini ya, nggak ada
opportunity
Sentinel.
is
Coba kayak
the
Mindfreak bisa jadi
combo
semi Sentinel.
with the Fate
Karena
and the
Viper juga
Raze.
toh role-nya
You can
semi
really
Sentinel
catch
sih.
some players
Bosi
in
waktu kenet
T1
naban.
some of these
Oke.
choke points on
OTW
the
kenet naban,
outer
kenet
edges
ini
of the
cybernya
sites
maksudnya.
or on the doors of the sites. Mindfreak going to be the one lurking on the Viper this time around.
Oke, setup defense-nya Mindfreak masih
Information
default
given
guys.
over to T1, they didn't see
Bagus
him.
banget.
Yeah,
Didn't hear the shots.
Interesting that that's the swap up here. The Devi is going to be going over to that Omen, and Mindfreak playing Viper.
That is also interesting.
Tapi kayaknya T1 masih ada ini ya, masih ada skill sebagai sentinel ya. Mereka masih main sentinel ternyata. Penting sih tapi kayak main sniper di sini ya. Karena Neural Theft itu cuma butuh 6 kristal. Cepet banget jadinya. Buat retake enak, buat attacker juga enak gitu. Wow, Mind Freak, something. Nice double pick sih itu, nice triple pick sih. Lebih tepatnya ya. Oh, Carpe tuh dia smoke. Oh, bahaya banget Carpe. 3 kill loh itu kepala semua pakai ghost. 1v2 dong. Mind Freak sendirian, tapi bisa lah Mind Freak lah. Nah lo nggak jadi masuk B-side. Takut kena retake. Takut kena retake dia. Takut kena retake. Karena kalau retake tuh pasti mereka udah sampai ini loh, sampai lane, udah sampai B-main, switch gitu lah. Cepet banget kalau misalnya maksa plan di B. Jadi makanya Mind Freak lebih milih buat rotate menuju S-side, tapi sayang info udah masuk. Stepnya udah masuk harusnya. Tapi T1 udah aware. T1 juga melakukan rotate menuju S-side, setelah yang dilakukan di generator. Tentunya Mind Freak gak bakal main lineups guys, dia bukan bos naban. Oh, belum pakai paroninya. Oke, paroninya dibuka. Oh, Rossi langsung dobrak masuk. Pinter banget sumpah di situ udah T1, gue suka banget. Karena biasanya ini kalau di komik pasti main dihancurin dulu, terus lu baru nge-skill. Kalau ini enggak, lu make sure ketika one hit pintu itu bakal hancur, lu nge-skill. Jadi pas lu nge-skill pintunya hancur itu at the same time bakal ngegetin musuh gitu, bakal ngegetin Mind Freak tentunya. Agent Broken apa bang? Agent Broken itu so far apa ya kalau di sini ya, kalau di match ini ya, kalau gue sih kayaknya Gecko ya. Kayaknya Gecko ya, match apa namanya Agent Broken sini ya. Bisa jadi si Davai Gecko ngasih kalau nggak salah. Oh something tuh pakai Gecko bisa jadi katalisator sih. Bakal kena banget buat retake, buat ngeplan, buat nge-defuse. Karena nggak harus dia pantengin gitu, bisa wingwin aja. Valernya bisa ready gun gitu, enak sebenarnya. Udah gitu ultinya kan OP, bisa pakai 2 kali. Ultinya apa Gecko. Awas dalam smoke ada Izu, spesial masalah aja. Tapi paling nggak dia dapat advantage spike. Bisa main post plan aja, main short angle sih karena nggak ada senjata sih. Tapi kayaknya Perex malah buy coy, dia force buy coy, persen pede banget. Lancar banget coy. Bang orang Indo mana? Orang Indo main fake 1 per second, 2 something, bukan something. Tapi maunya 3 gitu. Excurate 4. Excurate 1 kill. Oke, 2 lawan 3. Oh, dari arah belakang general tentunya bisa terjadi trade dengan something. Another kill by Rossi. Namun sayang sekali force second bisa nutup round dengan 1 sama. Force buy-nya worth it sekali. Bukan investasi bodong. Halo Bang Naban, halo King Riz, Bang Naban, ini siapa nih? Apakah monyet bakal buat space aja lagi? Aduh, kalau ada warning anjir, malas berdua sama TikTok. Bawel ya. So kata gue sih monyet ini guys, beneran beneran bikin space ya. Belum kelihatan aja, belum kelihatan aja. Tapi so far dia bikin space-nya bagus kok. Meskipun dia ke shutdown, paling nggak ngasih space di trade. Rapet banget mainnya Perex tuh, demen gue. Itu lineups loh guys, BTW. Kalau kan pakai lineup sih. Lineups buat apa ngegantungin orang-orang yang jaga deket entrance gitu loh. Kalau tadi kalian merhatiin ya, lumayan berguna sih, berfungsi banget kalau misalnya belum ada orang yang jaga bagian ini, close to entrance. Tapi sekarang nampaknya post play-nya enak nih, lebih kebuka nih. Mereka main lebih lebar, main Davai main close range, sisanya main dari jauh gitu dari main. Toh juga mereka aware kalau T1 tuh cuma pakai klasik, cuma pakai sheriff, senjata apa adanya. Jadi kalau main long range lebih diuntungkan sih harusnya PRX. Jadi sekarang mereka udah tinggal nunggu waktu aja. Mereka tuh bingung nih, T1 nih mau nge-push dari main, dari garden, kelihatan banget. Tapi monyet tentunya dengan Phantom senjatanya lebih advantageous tentunya. Tapi kok defuse? Ini siapa yang jaga? Oh nggak ada waktu. Nggak ada waktu ternyata. Gue nggak dengar udah sampai berapa second tadi berdegup kencang spike-nya. Gue nggak tahu apakah monyet bakal buat space lagi bang. Kayaknya iya masih. Tapi paling nggak tadi dia dapet kill. Kill pertamanya, kill kedua. Davai meskipun belum kill tapi dia secara assist bagus, dapat 3, berarti paranoianya bagus. On point maksudnya, dan juga smoke-nya enak. Kayak tadi kan dapat banget udah smoke ya sih, pas di game kedua, ronde kedua gitu loh. Tinggal nge-spread udah smoke saja, klasik, klik kanan, nge-spread, udahlah, enak banget itu. Ini wall-nya Mindfreak gokil sih, bagus sih, karena dia nutup informasi dari arah lane sama dari arah city. Yang dibuka cuma dari arah apa namanya market, dan itu pun juga bisa di smoke sama Davai gitu loh. Kalau misalkan ada di minimap nih. Ini yang jelek kah bang di turnamen? Ini bagus kok, ini bagus. Di mana ya bagusnya ya? Di Breeze bagus, di Breeze bagus. Di Split juga masih oke. Ini pakai operator lagi something nih. Nggak kena. Skinnya skin Mamba lagi ya, skin Black Mamba, si something.
He's got that thrash as well to really break this open, and you can see T1 is giving him a lot of space and a lot of respect because of it.
Nah lo.
You've got the toxic screen as well. Rossi starting to shift over, try to get some help.
Kok nggak nyampe rollernya? Oh, saya player berbahaya. Saya player berbahaya guys. Masih ada Rossi. Kenapa Something nggak pernah pakai skin? Ya bang. Oh iya juga, Something nggak pernah pakai skin ya. Orang Rusia nggak butuh skin kayaknya deh. Davai, double kill, udah. Accurate doang. Accurate orang A lagi dia. Invest di A dia. Setupnya invest di A semua dia. Nggak ada yang di spread setup gitu. Malah ke B. Dia rasa si bodong dong. Mindfreak pakai ulti, pakai aja. Kalau juga dipakai sekali, itulah enaknya lu bawa Gecko gitu ke Kasen, ke map apapun gitu. Karena ultinya kalau udah penuh, lu bisa pakai 2 kali gitu. Jadi kita tebak skor lagi yuk, sama tebak tim deh. Gue bakal ini, gue bakal open lagi voting ke kalian di TikTok guys ya. Kalau YouTube gue belum ngerti lagi cara nge-setup wall lagi. Next time deh ya.
So they feel like maybe something's going to be set up for a trap.
Emang si Ilya Petrov ini luar biasa guys ya. Tentunya XQL lebih milih untuk saving ya. 1 lawan 3 bisa apa? Nggak mau ekonomi Ruka tentunya. Toh juga masih full shield gitu. Nah, accurate jadi udah lah yang
Wise switch back over to that sheriff to get that confirmation on the kill. Follow up off the paranoia as well.
Something Davai sih yang panas di sini. Masing-masing dapat double kill. Sentinel SU nggak ada bang. Kalau nggak salah dia konten kreatornya ini deh, Sentinel deh, si SU ini deh. Cimiu ya.
Did fall away from T1 when they played Zeta earlier. It's close, it's 13-10, but still.
T1 udah setup retake aja nih, setup Vipernya tuh, setup wall Viper ya. Jadi ngeliminasi angle-angle dari hookah, bukan dari hookah, dari market, dari main, langsung fokus ke side gitu wallnya. Wingman, hampir tepok nyamuk. Maunya tuh sampai side. Dispenser aja enak tuh. Cek dulu buat house yang nggak ada kosong aman.
By shifting over, realizing they haven't shut the door, and right before it does, Mindfreak will be able to take out Rossi.
Forsaken masih bisa.
Not impossible for the side of T1. Extra will fall. Now it is all on Izu.
Come on, Izu, come on.
Deal some damage here.
4 orang atau nge-push. Masih dapat 1 lagi sih Izu. Ayo saya player gimana? Momen kayak gimana saya player? Kalau attackernya begitu. Asal masuk aja udah, tabrak-tabrak masuk. TTM, tabrak-tabrak masuk guys.
So a lot of options now for Paper Rex and T1. They like to get a little bit aggressive at B main. Sometimes Saya player will try to control that space along with the utility of Carpe. So seeing if they can maybe push out, get some damage done, but Paper Rex 4-1 split all the way over on the other side of the map. Here comes that showstopper towards short.
Line up-nya buat ini.
Wire can get the catch here, so he's going to send it out. Daze comes across, Dizzy out, Excurate tucked away, back jet, ends up falling as Defy just sweeps through like a plague. upon their houses.
Oh, come on.
Nya Davai.
They just ripped them to shreds. 3 kills here for Divide.
Ciao.
Spray through Cardbank, a bit of that damage, but
Tapi
widely.
Karpe masih ada
Nothing else that can be done. Team
masih
1
ada
again,
Nightfall
heavy
cuma
investment.
24
That
ya,
Odin,
simpen aja
not
dulu.
cheap. They
Udah
have
pakai
to
Odin
back
aja
away.
dia. Tapi emang asli ini mapnya Odin banget sih guys. Buat kalian yang baru main Valorant ya. Banyak banget spot wallbang di sini. Dikat, hati-hati. Rossi lagi megang pisau. Aduh, dikasih ace dong Davainya. Gila cuy. Dikasih ace.
Just arriving is not enough. None of you.
Ararki Indo. 13-5. Oh, 13-5.
I was gonna say something.
Boleh. Mantap
There are a few
Dava.
things that you can take away for T1
Davai
fans
coy.
about this
Nggak
round,
dikasih
but
kabur
Divide
loh,
just
nggak dikasih saving loh.
wanted
Masih
that
lagi
ace so
megang
bad.
pisau kan.
And again, it's huge
Halo,
because
Bakin.
the economic
Welcome to
damage
Bakin.
done is enormous.
Bakin tolong
Absolutely
ajak
enormous.
viewers TikTok mampir ke YouTube juga ya.
Tolong
Tolong minta viewers TikTok buat subscribe YouTube Bos Naban juga. Thank you Bakin. PRX full Indo nggak? 3 orang Indo, 1 orang Rusia, 1 orang Malay.
Yeah, this is when Paper X gets scary. It's when they're starting to feel it. When the speed is there. When Divide starts picking up these huge multi-kills, starting to break things open. The trapwire was nice that it caught the ult and
Ayo guys,
stopped that.
guys.
That's great. But
1-5
then
nih.
the sight hit with the rest of Paper X just isn't able to be held.
Ini udah
Maybe
timer
getting a
kedua
little bit
T1 kalau nggak
distracted,
salah.
potentially by that trapwire showstopper. Maybe a
Thank you Bakin, keren kamu.
momentary,
Buntu kah ini T1? Iya.
you know, a pause there to give them some
Ya
hesitation.
guys, jangan lupa
Might have
subscribe
cost
YouTube
them a
Bos
little bit.
Naban.
Xgarrett just stuck behind that box.
Karena
Not much you can do is
giveaway
that
sudah
cipher.
menunggu kalian ketika Bos Naban sudah
Not a lot of utility to
sampai
bail him out.
1000
It's just gonna have to be on
subscribers,
his
guys.
gunplay, which is
T1
tremendous,
pulang
but
Indo healing.
you know, it's not comfortable by any stretch of the
Info
imagination.
healing,
Divide just sneaks
T1
right around, takes him
pulang,
out.
info
Something
healing.
still with an operator,
T1
one
dari
away
Korea.
from the Viper
T1
spit.
dari Korea.
Yet is Mind Freak. You see if they can make a play for an orb.
Mancik, jangan lupa di follow ya Mancik YouTube Bos Naban dan juga TikToknya ya,
Marshall,
oke?
Stinger,
Mancik,
Sheriff's and a Ghost.
buntu
Lot
kan
of
nih
work to
T1
be done for
kayaknya sih.
T1.
Papa
50 here.
Tom. Papa Tom jangan
Feel
lupa
great.
subscribe dan follow
Turn
YouTube
this
dan
map
TikTok
around,
Bos Naban ya. Papa Tom,
certainly
thank you.
Tough task for any team when Paper X gets rolling to shut it down.
Gear, kena warning. Iya coy, biar aja coy.
No, just because
Thank you
the
follow Papa
rounds have
Tom,
been
keren kamu keren.
very brutal for them that operator continues to be carried over. Can constantly be afforded right now. So not looking to give any sight lines over to something.
Waiting for the Odin.
Nice.
From Forsaken.
Something
Waiting
out
for.
Frigidaire in Bunny
I hope that you'll
Kings
be waiting
the
for a
GOAT.
very long time.
Something like Bunny Kings
I don't think
Frigidaire
we will.
in. Oh, Bunny Kings the GOAT.
Now,
Ya Bunny
all
bagus kok performanya kemarin.
Orb
Cuma si ini
dropping.
aja. Si Estrella sih gua agak kecewa.
volleys go.
Tapi nggak apa-apa.
Exciting
Estrella masih
tactic
mungkin
come
harus
through.
ada adaptasi
That's the
sedikit
case.
dengan
Sees out onto
masuk bengkel
Cardbank.
dulu lah.
Wrapped around the side.
Nongkrong dulu sama
Again,
Rarki kayaknya dia.
running volleys in midair. Rossi will be able to find that kill. Finds
Oh.
himself second and back.
Rossi pakai stinger terus klasik dapat triple kill. Oh bisa gitu coy. Lumayan juga ya.
Okay.
Vandal mini
Just
itu ya,
stinger in
ternyata
hand.
geli-geli.
But he's definitely made them think twice about
Awas,
this
off
one.
angle,
As
off
they
angle,
go
off angle.
forward, and Rossi,
One enemy
4K,
remaining.
ace, aduh no.
Something will deny it.
Down B.
But he's at 29 health. That Marshall, wallbang, anything will do it. But something
Aduh.
pushes around the backside
Yo,
of the
dong,
box. Saya
something.
not
Tadi
ready
bisa
for
apa
the
saya
swing.
juga
Thought he was
lagi
sticking it.
saving cuy.
Rossi doing his damnedest to try to give them the round to
Iya,
win, to
Rossi
try
itu
to
yang
get
dari
the thrifty.
TSM
But something
tahun
says no.
2022
Oh.
dia.
Heartbreak for T1. This is so well played here on the execute by Paper Rex. They get the tethers to connect onto two different players. And
T1 Korea
Banyak
semua
is
kah?
like, oh,
Enggak sih.
oh yes. This should be easy.
Ada
for
ini,
me to
ada
clean up
Rossi.
for
Rossi kan dari
so good with that
US.
stinger.
Iya,
Rossi
Rossi
was
dari
saying
US, saya play dari
His
Korea,
mom is staying up to watch
Karpe
the
dari
match
Korea
and
kalau nggak salah,
it's
Eskel dari Indo.
Gave her a little bit of a show there for
Kalau
sure.
Izu dari Korea juga
Yeah,
dia
good
setahu gua.
effort. Again, very close in the thrifty attempts here from T1. Now with the buy coming back through, Trapwire's just intercepting these prowlers, information not really being garnered from Paper X. And I mean, this is
Monyet
the
dari
most
Indo.
Paper X thing ever. It looks like they
Dari
want
Indo
to push
monyet
into
Apik.
Rossi.
Pokoknya
Guy who
Diego
just
sama
carrying
Apik
ace.
jangan lupa
Well,
subscribe
he's
itu
got a
Bos
Viper
Naban
spin
dan
up.
juga
It's
follow
'cause you
ya.
got Thrash. You got the ability
Follow
to clear
TikTok
it now.
ya.
You know where the cipher
Fatih
setup
juga.
is. You don't feel comfortable.
Bener Fatih
Trying to
udah
push
follow,
through
keren
it,
kamu
so
keren.
Why not
Diego
utilize
jangan
or
lupa.
just run into it with
Buat
shorties?
Diego, Apik sama
Try to
Reza
clear it
Al
that
Rashid
way,
jangan
but
lupa subscribe
playing
dan
very,
follow
very far
YouTube
back.
dan TikTok
Our
Bos
Rossi
Naban ya.
Sharpe, but again, with
Thank
this
you bro,
Thrash there,
keren keren.
Bring them down.
Ini gue lagi double
Great
stream BTW,
opportunity here.
double stream TikTok sama YouTube.
to clear this out. Something Gonna be making his way through. Let's see if that's what they want to do, if they're just gonna maybe use Wingman Dizzy or something like that. But look at all this utility, the Nightfall.
Bot one way. As Banyak getting detained.
Oh no.
Stuck into the corner. Here Lumber, Rossi. Hit still up, Spike on the floor. Banyak starting to push, but Extra shuts him down. Spike does get grabbed, and Dizzy coming through. As the neural theft infested, they know where they're at, they know where they're rotating to. And Paper X, I don't know how you take yourself out of this one.
Jam 4:30 jir. Kok ngantuk? Kok kagak ada yang nge-pick Zilong? Salah, beda game. Beda game. Fakar nggak main, beda game. Bukan. Fakar nggak ada yang bisa ngalahin, makanya dia nggak main. Legenda hidup juga tuh Fakar tuh. Bagus juga setup Viper si Main Freak ya? Si Rossi ya? Dia nge-cut bagian mid, terus nge-cut bagian apa? Garden sama bagian di lobby. Udah T1 lagi bad day, udah lah masuk bengkel dulu ya. Ini mepek ya T1 soalnya AC nih. Sulai Tuma jangan lupa follow dan subscribe YouTube dan TikTok Bos Naban ya.
Miscalculation there by Paper
Zaidan
Rex.
keren, kamu udah nge-follow Zaidan, hebat.
The right idea, using that fade utility,
Nando, orang tadi menang PS apa T1? Menang PRX, 16-14.
Didn't quite go.
Eskernya bagus sama kayak Chamber. Kasihan sih memang sih, karena dia tuh
being able to dodge all that.
T1 tuh harus mulai ngeliat prospeknya Eskernya ketika main Chamber, karena dia tuh bisa selalu dapetin first blood gitu. Keren banget sih. Gak pernah bolos dia dapetin first blood si Eskernya kalau misalnya dia pakai Chamber ya. Ini Eskernya dapat double kill.
And it's just him versus something.
Ayo something sendirian. Gokil sih. Gue jadi ke-distract aja tadi seru banget padahal.
No more util.
Beneran ngantuk woi. Apa lo mau beli kopi buat gue lol? Waduh. Kopi kir kau. Menang. Something. 1 lawan 4 gitu ya. Mikir dulu lagi gue aja. Ini wall viper gua nih BTW nih. Ini wall viper gua nih kayaknya nih BTW nih. Wall vipernya main Freak, wall viper gua. Ini DRX kita kira-kira nya untuk siapa? Kayaknya sih DRX ya. Kan Korea? Iya juga kan sama home ya. DRX sih, lebih gede soalnya. Kayaknya dia nonton Naban sebelum tur. Kan.
Paper X able to try to break through the front of the site. Dizzy even connected on Rossi. It's a 10
Bos Naban dia.
Gets that done. Let's go, man. Catches the teleport.
Let's go, man. Nah, tuh Rossi tuh. Ayo, timeout. PRX.
A little bit of wind to the sails for T1, and they are going to force a timeout out of Paper X. Coach Alex gonna have something to say. Already a pretty good half, all things considered, for Paper X. I mean, you gotta like finding 6 on your attacker side initially.
Sure.
However,
cuma main kayak gini harus tenang banget ya.
They'd prefer to do the majority of the damage on the attacker side in most maps.
You heard Rossi, just 3 more to go. They want that 6 and 6 is what they have their sights set on. Paper X
ya, janji DRX sama tim Korea ya. Cuman kalau gue dukungnya DRX dah, karena ada Mako. Tapi tekstur juga lagi pas-pasnya lagi. Si tekstur nih. Si tekstur, terus siapa namanya, Karon itu biasa aja sih sebenarnya, tapi Eco Fragger yang bagus ketika dibutuhkan gitu. Tekstur Meteor tuh dua itu yang digadang-gadang sebagai apa namanya, Rising Star. Hebatnya kalau siapa Meteor tuh dia flex, tekstur duelist only.
T1 has to be wanting revenge on that map, you know, from when they faced off against them at the AVL, so certainly, I would like to see Sunset, no doubt about it. Mind Freak now finally maybe going to have the opportunity to use that Viper's Pit. Saya.
It's going to get noted there. Has to just dash to exit.
Kayaknya ada info kapan main bang? Gue nggak ngikutin ini lagi Amerika. EMEA itu, gue nggak ngikutin EMEA. 5-13, apakah mungkin 5-13? Saya player udah megang operator, main frame mau ngepick ragu tapi execute dari arah short tentunya dapat 1 kill, langsung general tap 1 lawan 2 lawan 3. Execute mengalami spam to the smokes dari berbagai sisi, namun something bisa ngepanis Namun sayang sekali Forsaken juga stun main tangan Xkira sebelumnya. 1 lawan 2, saya player sendirian bermain dalam smoke. Planting dilakukan oleh wingman tentunya. Oh, langsung di pick dan that's it. Saya player agak bengong nampaknya. In the split second something dapat triple kill. Gila sih.
I just threw my hands up a little bit.
Bisa jadi ini sih 5-13 ya, bener ya? Kata gue menang PRX sih. Iya, menang lagi dong, 2-0 dong.
Potentially someone to come out from the smoke, and he still gets bested. Whoa, God, that's fast. Yeah, dude.
Mungkin Xkira harus di-invest buat main operator deh daripada saya player kali ya. Nggak tahu sih gue. Atau nggak main chamber aja kayak di Ascent nggak apa-apa gitu.
Pacific, he's done it on the world stage. He's doing it right now here.
Toh juga flashnya Paris cuma masih ini Gecko.
Oh, it's going forward, clear on both sides.
5-13 ya kata Kajin ya. Kasih tahu Kajin.
Has the backup.
It's pinged.
Saya player orang Korea.
Wants to go for the Prowler. Checks right, they know that he's there.
Kalau di spam.
Mind freak.
Nongol dikit langsung kill.
Position in the meantime, that Nightfall going to be sent over towards A, but it's not going to connect onto anyone. Just falls shy of Xkira's position there on Heaven. He now drops down. Rossi taking a hell of a lot of damage, taking a paranoia, but he's just staying quiet, tucked in the corner. The man can't see a damn thing. His eyes have been taken from him, and now his life as well. Something will finally find the enemy Viper. Banyak gets Xkira. Fresh goes chasing, spotting them.
Saya goes to Madrid, iya, goes to Madrid, possibly.
Carpe.
Mungkin bakal ketemu di RX nanti di Grand Final ya.
So much space and time being bought here. The Thrash, the Mosh. So difficult on this retake. Door cleared.
Habis fans lawan T1, gue main stream dulu guys ya. Gue pengen buat stream baru buat di RX lawan siapa? Genji. Ya beres terus di RX ini main Grand Finalnya lah. Terjadi lagi tuh Masters.
They're not going to be able to breach the confines of that A site. Carpe out hit though, taken down as Forsaken swings the corner. They want Izu.
Halo Izu. Oke, skill lumayan satu. Oh nggak bisa.
For a moment, but Forsaken will be able to finish him off and Paper X.
PRX lawan Evos. Gak tahu Evos ada atau nggak timnya. Tapi kata Delete bakal ada, cuma nggak tahu kapan. Jadi 5 tahun lagi, 10, nggak tahu.
So well played there by Forsaken.
Harusnya PRX T1 di final, harusnya.
Right after that door came crashing down.
Cuman terlalu ini sih, terlalu di spread sih di Ascent ini guys. Ingat ini Ascent tuh map picknya si T1. Gue kira PRX bakal diajak main gak nyaman, ternyata dia tuh mainnya nyaman banget. Apa karena attacker ya? Gue bingung nih, defending mau kayak gimana di PRX nih? Beneran bisa doing better nggak sih T1 gitu? Udah down duluan kali ya? Pakai judge, 1 kill. Langsung ngedes, oh! Wow! Dapat 2 lumayan lah. 3 lawan 2. Bisa PRX yang gimana bang? Nggak mungkin PRX lawan Sentinel. Ini Pacific. Kalau Masters masih mungkin, di Madrid masih mungkin.
Paper X's utility able to be dodged by T1. They're set up in places where it doesn't really connect. Something looking for easy.
Udah 4 lah buat T1 lah. 4 lah buat T1 lah. Di pick. Halo, dapat info. Awas, double pick, awas. Tarik lagi.
Still plenty of time.
Running the assessment here in his head. Is this winnable? Send process.
Xkira tuh
I think for
tenang banget dia, nge-aim dia.
Absolutely. There's the potential.
Waduh, langsung aja slot final kasih PRX. Nah, ini challenge-nya mungkin di sini kali ya, pas defend kali ya.
Much like we saw on the first map, but this time flipped on its head.
Pas defend mungkin PRX bakal diuji tapi nggak tahu sih bakal kayak apa mainnya. Defendingnya PRX bakal kayak apa gue nggak tahu. Most likely sih Maverick bakal hold angle, dia bakal hold side, dia bakal jadi orang terakhir yang rotate tentunya. Sedangkan Monyet Forsaken sama Something main menggila aja udah. Main menggila aja udah. Omen pasti Davai kalau nggak main mid, main SM mungkin buzzer ngeblind terus dia reposition aja udah.
Actually, they were just waiting right outside the door.
3-2-1. Kok jadi ada 6 orang? Gimana tuh? Sekitar 3-2-1. 3-1-2. Masih 6 coy totalnya coy. Itu masih 6 totalnya. Bentar.
Bye, you're my daisy.
Kajin. 3-2-1. 3-1-2 sama aja, totalnya masih 6 coy. Totalnya masih 6. Gara-gara ngantuk. Tapi gamenya PRX ini game yang paling gak bikin ngantuk sih. Karena cepet banget pacingnya, beda pas lawan, pas apa namanya, Zeta versus Genji kemarin. Ngantuk banget itu sumpah. 3-1-1, nah itu baru bener. 5 totalnya. 3-2-1, 3-1-2. Kebalik coy.
PaperX now shifting over onto the defense. T1 needing this attack to be absolutely monstrous.
Curious to see exactly how they're going to play this. With something in middle, I want to know if that's like the PaperX sort of MO, that he's just going to, even not on a duelist, kind of be in charge of that area of the map. Often, you know, you expect him to be on that jet with an operator or something like that, like we saw last year, containing that space. Early on, just with a Ghost, of course, it's just the pistol, but something to kind of keep your eyes on, I think, as this map progresses.
Mulai sama-sama menang masa lalunya.
That he's going to be playing off duelist on Ascent.
Apa tuh maksudnya?
Banyak.
Nggak tahu.
Mind Freak. Thinking about trying, but they're getting backed off.
Their attention right now being so very split. Divine looking to just try to hold the door, but there's just too many players coming out of the smoke. It's a falling rotation now coming through. Is Execurate going to be able to find one? Forsaken. We'll get Rossi, but suddenly it's just Mind Freak. Now he's gone. Execurate cleaning them up.
Wah,
T1 maintaining a lead in
bersih
pistol
banget
rounds, 3-1 in that regard.
Dia nge-walk dulu di catwalk gitu kan.
Last time, of course,
terus langsung masuk ke garden, dapat 1, dapat 2 di side. Udah 5.
This time around though,
tajam T1, tajam coy. Nih, lu
T1 just
lihat yang top frag siapa di T1? Execurate. Orang Indo juga.
Because T1 is likely to be a little bit more cautious than maybe normal on this round, right? It's got to be in the back of your mind that last time there was that force buy. So let's work the map a little bit. See if PaperX can use that to advantage. Maybe they can do things like take.
Jangan lupa subscribe itu bos nambahin juga ya Omeng ya, karena gue udah nyiapin gue bakal nyiapin giveaway kalau misalnya udah sampai 1000 subscribers. Halo monyet, ayo. Pakai klasik doang lo, bayangin di tapping pakai klasik. Gimana sih ini Izu? Kan jadi nggak ada smoker yang fleksibel ya.
Worry about it being watched by somebody else on T1. They don't push forward, so that is not going to be in their hands as they look to go for this retake. But somehow, some way, PaperX do have a man advantage.
Yang menang ini lawan siapa bang? Belum tahu. Karena abis ini semifinal kedua yaitu DRX lawan Genji. Siapapun yang menang di antara Genji atau DRX bakal maju ke grand final.
You never know. It's PaperX, man.
Di wallbang aja.
Trying to fish for something there with the Guardian. As Wingman goes rushing forward, that's going to be the mark coming through.
Dengan klasik loh. Itu pakai klasik doang anjir. Sampai main klasik doang. Tanin nggak main klasik kok bisa ya? 1v1, Execurate low. Mind Freak masih 100 HP. Cuma pakai klasik, cuma banyak banget error coy. Pertama Izu mati sama klasiknya si monyet, terus kedua saya player mati sama run and gun-nya klasik something. Wah, aneh banget coy. Yes, where is playing Nanami? Who are you supporting to? Who are you supporting for Nanami? Ini dia nih, 1, 2, double tap klasik.
That's what I want to know. He's out in the open.
Terus double. Oh, another classic kill by Mind Freak. Aduh, ini blunder banget. Blunder banget sih Wan coy. Iya, Thrifty. Itu Phantom apa dah? Iya coy. Maksudnya 3 orang mati sama klasik. 3 people died from classics. How come? How come, guys? You guys were full buying instead. You died because of some classics? Wah, biggest blunder of the year.
You too can go for outrageous aggressive orb grabs that should never work and get a kill.
Something now fishing. Man leads the way.
Ada versus abang ini ya, betul banget. Hampir saja. Kacau.
A little bit too unpredictable there with the movement as Banyak now going to be a little bit of a rough spot. He'll be able to dome him with that sheriff. The swing out, nice, splitting his attention between 2 targets.
Oh, wallbang PRX per second, 1 kill, 2 kill. Aduh. 1v1 lagi Mind Freak lawan Execurate. Ayo. Biasanya ini suka main mereka. Main kompe tapi. Terti balik kah? Who knows, nggak tahu. Tapi Execurate cuma ada sheriff pokoknya.
Can he manage to win it out?
Just
dancing around. Tries to flush him out of the open. Snake bite
Oh,
coming
kena double
through. It's a
damage.
damn good effort from
Gak bisa
Xcurit,
berpijak
but he
dia.
cannot get the win. Mind Freak can get the defuse,
Paling
can
nggak
recover the
gagal
Odin,
Iko.
and
Gagal Iko
Paper X
berarti.
can get up to 10.
It almost
Saving
works.
Odin gak tuh?
I love
Paling penting saving
the tempo
Odin.
change here from Team
Odin
One,
paling
the
penting
fast
buat di
short
save
hit.
kayaknya.
Get Saya in
Karena
deep.
tadi si
Cause
siapa Forsaken
confusion.
dapetin 2 kill pakai
Great
Odin
snake
coy.
bite for Daymain. To clear out some players.
Pertama
make
something,
those
oke,
sheriffs
clear something.
always that much more effective.
Terus Davai
Get rid
dari
of
Wine,
Divine
oke,
Monyan.
1 kill by Odin.
I told you.
Second kill by Odin. Udah, ini
It
nggak
was
timing.
indeed.
Tapi tetep aja.
He did something a little goofy there where he thought he had time standing out in the open
Tajam
to go
sekali
for the
guys ya.
prowler, but
Kajin, bener.
you know what? Whatever. It's Forsaken. I don't question
Hampir
it.
Fajar, jangan lupa
It's his
follow dan
brother.
subscribe
He has
YouTube
to
dan
know
TikTok
that
Bos Naban ya.
maybe
Thank you
his
so much.
brother's more likely
Buat
to
kalian yang
back
belum
off
subscribe
there or
YouTube Bos
something,
Naban,
that
silakan
he might
mampir
be able
YouTube
to
dan
get away
subscribe
with
YouTube
it.
Bos Naban, please ya guys ya. Karena sebentar lagi gue akan ngasih giveaway buat kalian.
Mountain is getting taller and taller that they need to climb.
Sabar sampai 1000
And you can
subscribers.
see Paper X, they still really
Ayo
want to push
lagi
the
ya,
tempo
ini
here.
mau dibawa kemana nih?
Paranoia just completely shoves Xcurit away from this B lobby. The rest of Paper X can now anticipate that this hit is going to happen here on the A side.
Banyak.
Very far forward, judge in hand. The Paranoia getting ready to crash in. And
Yep,
it does.
yep.
Oh
Prowler
my.
does
Careful,
not check
careful.
right.
Oh,
He
double
inches up,
damage.
sees one,
Oh,
and
enak
brings the
banget
vulnerable,
nge-spam.
helps to take him down.
Hey,
Mind Freak
generator
and
masih
Forsaken
ada.
collecting
Mind
the
Freak dapat
kills.
1 kill lagi. Triple kill dong Mind Freak.
Mind Freak now with 3 in the
Waduh.
round. Spike
Semoga T1
stranded
menang
and
biar 3
Xcurit
maps
with
nemenin gabut.
everything to do.
Paper X.
Masih ada di Rex versi
Saw
ini
that
guys,
wall
sampai sini guys.
on split.
Jadi nggak akan gabut
Xcurit
kalian.
used.
Cuma gue bakal end
Said
stream
we
dulu.
too
Gue
have
bakal
cheeky
restream
walls
sih lebih
that you
tepatnya.
don't quite expect that you can hide players in. Both prowlers completely missing. Monyet there.
Combo di Z-parnya annoying, iya.
Do a lot of extra damage, cause some extra
Pak
confusion
ngepas
to
ban
T1.
gitu loh soalnya.
Yeah, he doesn't get any kills. Doesn't matter. It made it so unassailable from T1, and Xcurit has to try to save. The only one with any cash to speak of, really.
Dapat something tuh combo flash
T1.
DZ terus Paranoia tuh
Try to get rid of
kawin
it.
banget
Devi's
sih.
gonna be good for it. Yeah, no problem.
DZ dulu buat
11
mapping
now here,
musuh di
Paper
mana
X.
baru di Paranoia. Wah,
What?
gila. Itu enak banget. Enak banget.
Dominant showing here. After the closest on split, the
Sorry ya,
multiple
T1
overtimes
yang
coming
kemarin
through.
Spear X.
With T1's
Anjas.
map pick being a set, we were
Keren
expecting
kamu
this
El,
to
keren.
continue
Keren,
being
El.
that back and forth. If not,
El, jangan lupa
T1
subscribe dan
runaway,
follow
but right
YouTube dan
now,
TikTok Bos Naban ya. Hindari
this is
Paranoia
very
kena
much
cerot
just out of
DZ.
their hands.
Atau kalau nggak kebalikannya gitu.
Yeah, it is good defense. You're right. One thing I find really intriguing to watch.
Ya,
the way
ini
that people
harus
just
diambil tuh
completely
time out
disrespect
T1
Snake
karena
Bite
dari
these
Mas
days.
Blas
Like, they just
bisa jadi
walk
prediksi
right through
Kajin
a vulnerable
menang.
to damn.
Bener,
Just to send it
5-13,
in, but
tapi
I mean,
semoga
hard
aja
buying
jadi lebih seru.
somewhere. For all the fun for disrespect.
DRX belum main abis ini, bagus.
I mean, at least there was
Abis
a
ini baru
Yoru
main si
player.
DRX lawan siapa?
True.
Lawan JJ.
Got that going.
True.
He'll probably be
Iya, semenjak di
post-streaming for the
buff,
next match,
Gecko
right?
tuh
At the
jadi
very
naik
least. Might be
pick
coaching
rate ya.
too, I'm not sure, but
Semenjak DZ jadi makin cepat di
Could very well be,
apa?
but I
Buat
mean,
launching
everything right
flashnya
now is
dia
resting
gitu.
on this timeout from T1. It's the second one invested. And I mean, 6-round deficit to try to claw back on your attacking side.
yeah,
Not a good spot.
it's not easy. It's really challenging against this Paper X team. Now you've got a Nightfall to back up this Odin. Make matters worse, you know, Forsaken has an extra piece of utility that he can use to spot you and try to get
T1
that
pulang
Odin
mau dipesenin
spam
Grab.
down.
Ah,
Mind Freak has
udah
his
mulai
ult
nih
over on the
viewers
B side.
nih.
Leave it alone. They've got
Gak pernah lihat ISO tuh
4
di
players
resmi.
over
Ah,
the
pernah
main
main di
short.
Cina. Di Valorant Cina kepake ISO, sumpah, tapi timnya kalah. Tapi timnya kalah.
Paper X the ability.
Deadlock juga dipakai di
Cover
apa
these
Valorant
walls.
Cina, cuma
Beat
timnya
them
kalah
into
juga.
Come on, yeah, okay, he's okay. It's fine this time.
Jadi jangan pakai ISO atau Deadlock deh kalau di compare kayak
Has
gini,
not
di apa di
spotted.
VCT kayak gini.
Saya player, he's got
Paris menang ke Grand Final kah?
Mid,
Betul.
really unnoted
Bener.
now.
Nervous, bener.
Presence very much known.
Ini kena out ya bang? Iya.
Headshots, I think it's
Tinggal
taken
elim.
down.
Div dari belakang. Dari mana tuh dia spam?
Down to 56.
Dari mana anjir? Oh, dari 4 second nge-spam dari mid.
Getting corralled up
Tiba-tiba
here,
half
Daymain.
HP dong si saya player.
Only
Kena
one
spam
kill,
Odin.
Banyak gets his showstopper, so if he gets one in here,
Kena spam. Jangan Deadlock
this
atau
hit
ISO
could
mending
turn
3
really
smokes. Iya
sideways really
coy.
fast for T1.
Call coming in as that C's connects into
Mending Chamber sih. Abis di buff kan, operatornya
Now
enak.
starting, Mind Freak is the only one who's really lingering back.
Bisa aja lu,
Side player gonna be
anjas.
spotted by the blue bot over
Kajin.
in tree. Prowler's chasing forward into the
Tuh dia
smoke.
smokes.
Side
Awas
tries to pull
Davai.
back. Quick
Aduh,
shot
4
from Fizz.
second.
He's gonna take down Forsaken, drop it.
Seberat.
Not
Dapat double. Oh, 4K! 4K! Odin! Oh, there is
Glad to see
happening.
a replay of it. 'Cause good God, I think
Iya,
Forsaken
mana
is
replaynya? Gua mana replaynya? Wah,
Lock it
kok
out.
4K pakai Odin? Dia udah ngikis. HP-nya saya player dari mid. Through the wall.
And this is something that
Terus sekarang dia dapat
makes
4K,
Paper
jir.
Rex really special.
Oh, 1,
Is that players
2,
like Susanto and the
oke,
others spend a lot
3,
of
4,
time
bah enak
just
banget. Enak
screwing
banget.
around in maps.
Tinggal
And
apa?
when I say that, I mean, they
Ngeker,
go in there and they
terus
just see
spam
what
aja
they
semuanya.
get away
Bah,
with
enak
lineups.
banget
How
sih.
far can we launch stuff? Where
T1
can we
dengan
launch
gangguan
stuff from?
Odin, iya.
They're so
Udah malas
technical.
nembak juga kayak 4 second,
Think
udahlah.
about Paper Rex,
Si
it's a
Jadon.
fast, explosive team, but they
Jadon,
spend a lot of
Jadon
time
Dudanto.
learning tech, practicing abilities and how they can
GG
interact
coy,
with
udah
the
match
map
point.
and with
Bener ini si
themselves.
Kajin,
So,
5-13 nih, bisa jadi nih.
it's just
Karena sekarang half buy nih, si apa, si
work things. Well,
T1.
now it is going to be Mind Freak using his
Waduh.
Viper's Pit a little bit different, a little bit further back than we saw from T1 when they invested theirs on the B side. But a
Ini
camera,
gara-gara blunder parah di split sih, anjir susah di split bisa dapetin si T1 tuh, bisa dapet si T1 yang menang.
there's a lurk being set up from the Viper's Pit itself. But as of right now, Paper Rex happy to absorb a little bit of the early
Waduh.
aggression and see if they can punish. The weaponry is just not the best for T1.
No, I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen Sai play with a Bucky in his
Udah bingung nih entry mau kayak gimana T1 yang nge-default lagi, cuman dia mereka nggak ada senjata.
or
Senjatanya apa
you know,
adanya
a
banget.
Marshall or something like that.
Half HP Karpe, kenapa tuh?
Very different
Oh,
looks
ada
here.
ini, ada
Also
DK,
has the knife to back it
pantesan.
up. Spring
Iya sumpah itu
down,
tadi
or
di
hit
split menang
something.
T1 kalau misalnya
Yeah,
nggak blunder ini.
little bit
Kalau
of that snake
Manfring nggak
bite.
dapat 2K.
Bump in towards the smoke. Prowler
banget.
just spot him though, and Saya player swinging around the
30
backhand side
seconds
might have a massive.
awas, something nggak disiplin.
Princess Sight's back. They know
Tapi
that
dia nggak ngambil
break
senjata
this
loh,
open. They
si
know
Saya
so
player.
many players from Paper Rex situated here on A. Showstopper, however, coming
Wall
through.
monyet. Aduh,
Just
monyet
for
Showstoppernya
Kevin,
blunder.
final kill. Accurate
Saya player
strikes.
1 kill lagi.
Saya
Aduh,
pushing it.
ke Iko dong kalau kayak
Find
gini.
a buy. Time to
Udah ada
the
senjata
lane.
lagi sekarang.
Forsaken swings his way back over.
Wah,
Not
nggak
finding
bisa
the aim.
dong.
Izu will take him down.
Mind Freak saving
Mind
kah?
Freak
Oh,
will
saving.
hightail it.
Atau nggak exit kill sih dia
The
paling.
series is not over yet.
Paling nggak kita tahu kalau misalnya prediksi
Well,
Kajin
this
udah salah
is
ya.
a really nice round for T1.
Sore bos,
Actually,
sore,
too little,
Liabert.
too late to see, but-
Hai Vic, welcome to stream Vic.
They're able to slip the net. Saya player
Paling
sneaks
kita
through,
tahu lah ya
knowing
kalau
that
misalnya
we've been seeing something
teka-tekinya
play
apa namanya,
that tree position, that
suggestnya
short
apa
position
namanya,
quite often.
gamblingnya si Kajin
catch sight
salah
of
ya
him
guys ya. Beda
over
tipis
in
ban.
mid. They're like,
5-13,
there's a little bit of an
udah mau
opening
6 nih.
that we can potentially
Coba bisa
utilize.
ngasih
Let's see if
6-13
they
gitu,
remember
kita
to
lihat
plug
beneran
that hole.
tipis nggak?
They didn't.
Tahu malah
Really
overtime,
breaks
kan
the round
tai
open.
gitu kalau overtime. Kan
For
males
T1,
banget.
Banyak just not able to find that showstopper angle either. I think if he
Bagus
could
ubah,
have that one back,
T1.
he might turn his attention
Sebenarnya kalau
towards
misalnya
the
default
door,
bisa-bisa aja menang T1 ya.
switches instead
Cuma dia
of
dari tadi tuh mainnya
what's
kayak
happening.
langsung
Just a
eksplosif
reaction
aja gitu,
play
masuk
there.
side, entah
That
langsung
Jets
dari
coming
main
in,
dari
the blades
garden
are
ya
out,
udah.
you know that's a threat. You want to
Gitu.
try to shut it down.
Udah kekat duluan.
Around one, and with the economy worked low here for the side of
Pokoknya tuh
Paper Rex.
pre-post plane selalu
They're gonna be
didapetin
able
aja
to
sama
piece
si
together
apa
some
Paper Rex.
But yeah, I mean, really good.
Cuma kalau sekarang emang
Getting
wah
side player
enak sih.
into that deep lurk position, completely unscouted.
Saya
Set up
player,
with the
coy.
Prowler to identify something's position.
Dapat 2
Allows
saya
them to
tadi
really
kalau salah.
find that opening kill.
Something kena timing,
But now they need to do that
terus di
6 more
closer-nya
times
pakai
to use
Baki
overtime.
enak sih, enak. Ke-stuck dia di hell.
Easy.
Si
No
Mind
problem.
Freak. Gak bisa kemana-mana.
Box one, yeah, it's spotting.
Got a hit.
Oh, puts him low and something gets the headshot and
Ini
range.
kalau T1
Just
kalah
go
langsung
ahead,
pulang kah
finish the
bos?
job.
Iya langsung pulang Zin. Siapa tahu
Paranoia
kayak
as
Lost
well,
vs Fnatic
expended by
13-11 jadi
Izu.
13-11. Enggak, bukan 13-11.
It's just these
Tapi
little
jadi
plays that they set up
15-13,
that-
seingat gue ya.
There.
Are so well coordinated.
Itu 2
so
kali
well
overtime
executed.
soalnya.
Their aim so good.
Ini
Banyak gets the first.
itu pas login,
Right there,
iya kan
back
pas
him up
login
with the
kan.
sheriff.
Itu epic sih anjir.
Spam it down.
Epic anime battle sih.
Even though that-
Waiting.
oh,
Epic comeback
I'm
moment.
seeing him.
Gajah apa yang
More than
baik?
satisfied just to go ahead and put that shot on
Gajah
Ross's
baik.
shoulder.
Apa tuh? Bener
As
sih
the
jawabnya.
Thrash goes on
Gue
to
ngomong
the
abis Gigi kalau
scouting
enggak
mission in
pengen
towards
turu
B
aja.
main.
Oke.
Nothing spotted, brings it back, recovers it.
Harusnya Gigi ya.
Have that up
Udah
as
5 lawan 1 ya.
Paper
5
Rex.
lawan 4 sorry.
Just pulling back,
Masih juga half
getting ready for
HP.
the attack to
Masih
come in
winnable.
here on the
Gajah
A.
hat. Capek. Gajah hat.
Out of utility to delay.
Where are you?
Paper Rex.
Mark
On
one.
to
Over the
Forsaken.
Gue
yeah.
sebenarnya
Rossi
tahu tapi
reveals
lupa
Carpe
gitu loh.
as well.
Jawabannya apa
Community
tadi
about it,
anjir.
yes, I'm here.
Ya
Here's the
udah lah ya.
Prowler. Please don't chase me. They're gonna back away, and that's gonna be them now drifting
Ya
back
udah lah ya.
But then
towards this B
Protect
site.
dulu.
it's got the thrash out again.
30
Terusnya
seconds left.
dikeluarin lagi ubur-ubur.
That's gonna be
Ikan
lost for the
sapu-sapu,
rest of this
ubur-ubur
round.
Sky
T1
ya.
here.
Ultinya
Ross tells
Sky
them
ya.
everything that they need to
Jadi
know.
makan sapu-sapu.
It's either A main or it's B.
1 lawan 3 Davai, Teti dapat 1 lawan
They
4.
actually starting to think
Wes, oh, lo sering dapat 2. dapat 2 cuan banget. 1 ditukar oleh 2, menguntungkan tentunya buat retake PRX. Tapi nggak ada waktu lagi, 8 seconds tersisa. Planting dilakukan oleh Izu, berharap 2 lawan 4 dimenangkan oleh T1. Namun 4 second bisa mengexecute kakaknya. Accurate 1 lawan 4. Harapan hanyalah sebuah imajinasi karena 4 second yang memfinish ronde ini dan memulangkan T1 kembali ke tempat asalnya. PRX melaju ke babak Grand Final. Ya buat kalian, makasih banyak orang-orang TikTok, viewers TikTok. Kalian TikTok boleh nggak sih yang lagi TikTok silahkan mampir ke YouTube gua Bos Naban, dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator dengan cara ketik satu aja di live chat YouTube Bos Naban, dan gue udah nyiapin giveaway. Prize poolnya udah banyak nih, 800.000 itu bakal gue convert jadi VP, bakal gue bagi ketika YouTube gue udah achieve 1000 subscribers guys. Maka dari itu guys, tolong yang di TikTok silahkan pindah ke YouTube, subscribe, dan klik 1 kalau misalnya kalian mau jadi moderator YouTube Bos Naban guys. Thank you so much guys. Halo Acel, untuk nanti langsung aja kasih play ke PRX. Iya Acel, udah PRX lagi ini menang. Cuma gue masih penasaran apa Grand Final DRX lawan PRX ya, karena sebenarnya DRX belum menang sih. Cuma kayak DRX lawan Genji ini yang menang DRX. Visitindo tanggal berapa? Belum ada info. Oke, Omeng jadi moderator karena dia ketik 1 di live chat YouTube Bos Naban. Semudah itu guys jadi moderator gua guys. Yang di TikTok silakan mampir ke YouTube gua, ketik 1 di live chat YouTube Bos Naban, dan gua bakal jadi kalian moderator nih YouTube gua nih Bos Naban nih. Gua lagi double stream sekarang BTW. Jadi kalian cepet. Aduh, nangis lagi dia anjir. Ini yang nangis siapa? Izu ya? Izu ya nangis ya? Bukan ya? Wah, cuma tadi yang paling cuan itu si Dava sih, dapat 2 dalam smokes pakai stinger. Stinger itu kalau udah close range enak banget coy. Spread bullets itu paling satisfying guys. Kelas Bang Omeng, uhuy, itu bukan Omeng, itu salah orang. Itu Komeng. Ayo guys yang di TikTok silahkan pindah YouTube, subscribe YouTube gua Bos Naban, dan gua bakal jadikan moderator dengan cara ketik 1 aja di live chat YouTube Bos Naban. Dan gua nyiapin giveaway buat kalian ketika YouTube gue udah sampai 1000 subscribers guys. Thank you so much. Ini ada yang follow IG gue sekalian juga nih. Ada yang follow IG gue juga nih tiba-tiba. Aduh, babak aspas. Cuan ya, oh ternyata Izu tadi yang nangis kayaknya ya. Izu yang nangis. GG bro. Oh nangis dia anjir. Izu nangis jir. Tapi emang stres banget sih anjir.
Sportsmanship first.
Ya, sportsmanship dulu dong. No toxic gaming. Paling nggak hari ini mejanya VCT Pacific aman lah ya dari Koalex ya. Karena menang. Menang. Davin Naka jadi moderator. Oke, keren. Davin Naka. Siapa lagi yang mau jadi moderator YouTube Bos Naban? Silakan mampir ke YouTube Bos Naban. Ketik 1 di live chat dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator guys. Semudah itu guys. Pokoknya belum top perform kayak Jauh Gemo nih, belum. Susah kayaknya. Beda playstyle sama pas dia main di GE aja. Kalau di GE itu dia main Astra double gaming. Tapi kalau di sini lebih double gaming 4 pemain selain monyetnya gitu loh. Timnya itu jauh lebih double gaming dibanding monyet gitu. Mungkin dia kaget juga gitu, culture shock makanya. Pindahan TikTok, oke Sin mau jadi moderator atau enggak? Kalau misalnya Sin mau jadi moderator, ketik 1 di live chat itu Bos Naban, dan gue bakal jadi lu moderator. Gas 1000 subscribers, dikit lagi sumpah guys. Dikit lagi nih, tinggal 30 kurang guys, 20 kurang lagi jadi apa? Gue bakal ngasih giveaway guys. Tiwan pulang apa main lagi bang? Pulang, udah pulang. Mereka balik ke Korea. Gak usah, nggak apa-apa. Ya udah terserah kamu. Ya, GG ya PPRX ya. Welcome to Masters Madrid. Oh, yang ke Masters berarti 2 orang, 2 tim, runner up sama juaranya. PPRX berarti udah confirm dia bakal ke Masters ya. Bagus. Jadi PPRX udah confirm bakal ke Masters bersama dengan either DRX atau Genji gitu. Kalau kata gue sih DRX ya guys. Ya, kalau udah nggak ada lagi gue pengen stream ya guys. Thank you so much for watching guys. Gue bakal nge-stream lagi nanti, restream lagi buat DRX vs Genji, karena gue penasaran banget yang akan jadi lawan PRX itu siapa. Apakah sang juara bertahan Pacific tahun lalu atau runner up tahun lalu yaitu DRX, atau Genji sang Rising Star. Itu MCT bisa bawa pulang nggak? Gue juga pengen bawa pulang aja. Map 1 janji. Ya udah, gue yang stream dulu guys ya. Gue pengen makan dulu guys. Ketemu lagi paling nggak lama lah ya, jam 6. Paling setengah jam lagi mulai gitu ya. Oke guys, pamit dulu guys. Gue bakal di stream setengah jam lagi mungkin ya. Oke, see you next time on next stream.